was a California August in 82 when my mother gave birth to the Spam Tech crew. 13 years later had me looking at Linux. Programming made me stronger like Papa the Spinach. Now, people know that a DG carry weapons, but if that weapon is a nest you step in, we finish Contra with only one life. Finish Metal Gear 2 using only a knife, right? People might think that we're frontin', then they see all the news online that I'm putting. My rhymes flow just like my code, even though my source is owned by SCO. What about my Indian? I keep it low. See me on Gunbound, call me pro. I'm a certified legend, but I'm still your bro. This is a PSA, boy, the more you know. No. I'm a legend everywhere that I go, every distro, every Craigslist hoe pumping they fist, yo. Can't get enough of Whitey Crackers jams, and they can't get enough of Whitey Crackers spam. I'm a legend everywhere that I go, every distro, every Craigslist hoe pumping they fist, yo. Can't get enough of Whitey Crackers jams, and they can't get enough of Whitey Crackers spam. I said my heart's wide open, goatsy, and my windows min like Ho Chi. I'm just another nerd, but I rap about it. Shit talk on the net, then I laugh about it. I've been caught slipping like the Star Wars kid when I'm on eBay sniping a bid. Catch me on a webcam like Numa Numa. See me at the club and I'm rocking Puma. Another net legend if you see me yodel. Spit a little something that's anecdotal. Tell me about the time the E-bombs world stole your chop like I stole your girl. Catch me on Gen May, not something awful. Low tax would ban me, raffle. I'm a certified legend, but I'm still your bro. This is a PSA, boy, the more you know. I'm a legend everywhere that I go, every distro, every Craigslist hoe pumping they fist, yo. Can't get enough of Whitey Crackers jams, and they can't get enough of Whitey Crackers spam. I'm a legend everywhere that I go, every distro, every Craigslist hoe pumping they fist, yo. Can't get enough of Whitey Crackers jams, and they can't get enough of Whitey Crackers spams. Yeah. I'm a legend everywhere that I go, every distro, every Craigslist hoe pumping they fist, yo. Can't get enough of Whitey Crackers jams, and they can't get enough of Whitey Crackers spam. I'm a legend everywhere that I go, every distro, every Craigslist hoe pumping they fist, yo. Can't get enough of Whitey Crackers jams, and they can't get enough of Whitey Crackers spams. Yeah.
What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD. We're back with another Gabbing with Geeks, and it's going to be a fantastic show. We got tons to talk about. But before we do that, we got to introduce the rest of the panelists like always. And I got to get rid of this banner because no one reminds me to do that. What's up, right hand of the frog himself, Blinded Braille?
What's up? What's up, everybody in chat?
It's been a minute. You been busy or?
Yeah, I've been busy.
Please don't elaborate.
No elaboration.
No elaboration. And of course, we got Finbar Saunders down there at the bottom. What's up, Finbar?
Even gentlemen, it's been a minute this side as well, and I will also not be elaborating why.
So I take it either way. You said anything interesting happening this week?
I did, but I can't tell you about it. It's a pending investigation.
Oh man.
What about you, Blinded? Are you allowed to tell us, or now that you're a big Hollywood type, you got to be tight-lipped or what?
Yeah, nothing significant, really. That's the best way to put it.
Well, I also didn't really have anything significant other than the update video, channel update. Apparently, I've pissed off just endless amounts of people. Some guy named Heckin' Steve is now mad because I shared a video by Jigsaw, the guy, the ex-DK Oldies employee that he interviewed and then promised him money. Then they didn't get money. Then they had a falling out. And then Heckin' Steve decided to put him on blast. And share some private DMs, but then Jigsaw shared the entire DMs, painting a completely different picture. But then, of course, Jigsaw decided to take his video down, and now I look like a jackass.
Is Jigsaw not a transformer?
No.
Okay. Sounds like one.
And it does. Then we had the whole Retro Complex. He's very upset. And apparently, somebody on Twitter is running an account called Retro Complex is Gay. And we are being blamed for it because apparently we associate. We just make baseless accusations, is what I've been told. That the Geek Getaway makes baseless accusations, despite the fact that everybody always accuses us of overproducing on receipts. It's the narrative, you know. Whatever suits the occasion, I guess. Beyond
Sounds
that,
like another Tuesday.
I finally got around to watching the Mandalorian finale, so might as well talk about that tonight. It's been a headache.
I was going to ask if the status quo had been maintained and we hadn't managed to piss anybody off, but I suppose that's a no.
No,
That's always a no. Someone's gonna get pissed.
Someone's always pissed at us, right? We can't do anything. You can't try to have a nice live stream, which is discussing things, right? If you discuss something and someone doesn't like your opinion, they're going to be mad. They're going to be pissed off. It's crazy. And it's funny because I've never went below the belt. I've never called people names. I've never insulted people. And, I try to keep my criticism to what they're talking about, the content. But apparently, they're free to just call me a loser or had no lifer or a fat waste of space.
Oof.
I guess comes with the territory, I guess. But who knows? Maybe one day we'll show up to a Saturday Gabbing with Geeks and I'll be like, hey, nobody's mad at us. We've pissed off nobody this week.
Goddamn. Somewhere in the multiverse.
In Bizarro world. Bizarro Tony's everyone's friend. He's like, hey, everybody loves us. They're fucking promoting us all the time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Whatever. Tonight we're going to be talking how Sony wins. That's right. Sony wins again because the UK said, no, Xbox. You cannot have Activision. Sorry, Microsoft. Just don't get it. It's not yours. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why it's not just Sony who was raising the red flag. And we're going to discuss Microsoft's reaction to that and what they're telling staff. We're also going to talk about how Sony PS5s are having record sales. Once again, hitting home that they're winning. Of course, we got to run over to Mother Jones because they're running an article saying capitalism is ruining video games.
Oh, boy.
We're going to discuss that. And then, not to be outdone, we got to go over to Polygon because apparently there's a Funko Pop video game coming out.
A what?
Funko Pop?
Oh,
video
a
game.
Funko Pop video game. Okay.
Oh, great.
You say that now, but actually, I took a little sneak peek at the trailer. And it's reminding me like a Lego type game, right?
Right.
So
Yeah, I'll stick with my great. Thanks.
I like the Lego games. Of course, we got to discuss how Metacritic is quote unquote improving moderation because apparently saying that you don't like a piece of DLC content from Sony is a no-no. It's a review bomb. So we got to discuss that. Now we're going to go over the weekly polls, everything else. Sony boring. Of course, an Xbot would come in here and say that. And whatever else pops up. If you haven't watched the update video, I suggest doing that after this. Lots of things in there, how the channel is going to be moving forward. I make some apologies, which is a rarity, right? I rarely ever apologize. So if you want to see Tony apologizing, check out that update video. Also, I went ahead and edited a video, right? I edited it. I put in sound effects. I went the whole 9 yards. for you guys, for you. I even did the little applause. I got myself an applause button
The applause
for videos.
button.
Oh God.
I did see that. Man.
Yeah, nice one, Rich.
Yeah, I was actually going for a CG, but whatever. Either one works. Yeah. Oh, Carl, you should have been here the other day. We reviewed Saggy's Fancy. Yeah, that's a different Carl. That's not the Carl. That's Carl O. I hope you have a great weekend. And Saggy, if you're lurking, I got my eye on you. Oof. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So, anything you guys want to discuss before we just get right into it?
Let's get into it.
No. Yeah, let's just get into it.
Let's get it over with.
Damn. See, this is what happens when you don't pay your staff well enough. It's like, fuck it. I'm just do enough not to get fired.
You pay Blinded well enough.
Mhm.
Don't know about me.
Oh man.
I pay you in attention.
Yeah,
An attention.
I'd rather
I get attention
cash.
for the
Thanks.
frog. Potion thinking all Carls look and act the same. Oof.
Big oof.
Carlist.
A hive mind of Carl's.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Just one giant Carl. All right. So The Mandalorian, the finale was what, like 2 weeks ago? Something like that?
Yeah. The mid.
Finally got around to watching it. And I almost feel like I wasted 40 minutes of my life.
It was boring.
Yeah, you
It
did.
was. For a finale, it was pretty boring. A lot of things didn't make sense. And I know I'm one of those nitpicky people, right? Like to nitpick. But explain to me exactly how it is that they shoot each other with these flamethrowers, right?
Mhm.
And the parts of their uniforms or their armor, whatever, that are not actually metal, that just look like cloth, don't just fucking start
they
on
don't
fire.
burn.
Right? His boots don't
Yeah.
burn. His pants, the areas in between, like his arm, his elbow and stuff, right? None of that burns. It's like just completely fireproof.
There's a lot of things that you're going to ask for an explanation for that justifies explanation. So I won't get hung up on it. To be honest.
But there's a lot of dumb things in
There
the
is.
episode.
This has been a pretty pointless season, to be honest.
Apparently, this is like the best season according to Star Wars fans. I don't understand that.
Which ones? The dumb ones? Or?
I don't know. I've just seen on Twitter, some places on Reddit, people are like, "Oh yeah, this season was great. It was amazing." I'm like, "What? What were you watching? Must be a different show."
It has steadily gone downhill since season 1. In my
It's gone off the fucking cliff. It's boring as hell.
We didn't get a definitive fight between Moff Gideon and either Bo-Katan or the Mandalorian, right?
Mhm.
Also, I'm pretty sure Moff Gideon knows Din Djarin's name, right?
Has he used it? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he used it in a past episode, but I'm pretty sure he knows who he is, right? Because he's got it. Because he keeps referring to him as the Mandalorian. Like there's like a whole fucking army of Mandalorians attacking them at that point. He's like, the Mandalorian escaped. I'm like, which one? Which one, boss?
Which one?
There's like 40 of them out there. You got to be specific, right?
And he's like the Mandalorian, you idiots. The one that the show's named after.
Named after.
The title character. Come on, it's in the script.
Oh, man.
So that was just like weird. It's one of those I know because as the audience I know who the Mandalorian is, right? But in
Right.
universe you gotta be like, no one would talk like that. Like it just brings me out of it.
Right. What I want to know is why did it take them so long to fucking get back Mandalore? Like, did they all just assume, oh yeah, that shit was like a wasteland? Don't even bother going over there.
Yeah, that's what what's her name said. Bo-Katan
Yeah, they were under
supposedly
the
was
impression
cursed.
it was yeah,
because
the atmosphere was
it
poisoned.
took way too fast to reclaim Mandalore. Like it was like within one episode, they all got to fucking. They're like, yeah, we beat the enemy, and it was like, why didn't you guys do this sooner? Like, why did it take you so fucking long? I guess there's context I'm missing from Clone Wars or whatever, but I just don't fucking get it.
No,
yes,
none of that. No,
it
no,
is
I
a
don't
new
think any of that was
campaign.
explained there. It wasn't explained in the Clone Wars, I don't think.
No, it was explained in the Mandalorian. You might have missed it
Yeah.
because it's really basically Bo-Katan says, "Hey, supposedly the atmosphere on Mandalore is like
No, I
super
understand
poisonous."
that. I understand that part, right? But the way that they made it seem like taking over Mandalore would be like an entire season's worth of like, oh, this is gonna be fucking. We got to do this. We got to do that. It was like, no, they just had to fucking group together, put their differences aside, which they didn't really have much differences besides what not wearing a fucking helmet.
Yeah,
And then that's what I mean. It was just like, well, what was the fucking conflict that you guys had in the first place? Because it felt like it was nothing really. It was over petty shit.
and and I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist here, but we seen the clones of Moff Gideon being grown in the tanks. They didn't have mustaches. And I remember he had a mustache. So unless Moff Gideon decided to shave,
Right.
were they trying to hint at he was a clone this season?
Well, they don't even show him dying. Like, sure, I get you could say, oh, well, he had to have died in that blast, but realistically, he could have just fallen over the edge and not get burned at all.
Yeah, he'll be
Right.
back. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not gone.
I hope he's not back.
I mean, are they doing any more of these, or is that it? Because
They're
movie-
definitely
I
gonna
had
do.
heard that. I
They're gonna
heard that
do
this was the
another
last
season.
one.
No,
They
they're
are,
gonna do another. Someone by accident slipped up and said there was a fourth season, and then they were like, "No, I didn't mean that." So
I think the only
it's
way they
pretty
can,
clear.
the only way they can definitively, realistically end it is just by killing him off.
Right.
But
Yeah,
because
some
he's
people are saying the finale was like a season finale or a series finale, I should say. It really didn't. It just felt like
I didn't feel like it. Yeah,
okay, yeah, they finished that fight, but there's probably gonna be something else.
All right, and explain this to me again. This is a nitpick, but maybe I'm not as versed in the Star Wars lore as everyone. But I could have swore Bo-Katan Kryze comes from the Kryze family, right? Kryz, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Paz Vizsla comes from the Vizsla family, right? So why, when Grogu was adopted, he became Din Grogu and not Grogu Jaren?
Right.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
hate the fucking name Din Grogu. It sounds horrible to say.
And not only that, but it's like you've established that in the Mandalorian culture, this is the way they name people, right? First name, like us,
Right.
first name, last name, family name, right? And then they go, Grogu, you're the son of Din Djarin. You're now Din Grogu. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Well,
so
I
Grogu
guess
Jaren.
because his name is actually, Jaren. That's his name, and so it's weird. I think it's the family name is Din, right?
But everyone else is named the other way.
Yeah, it would only work really if Din was a title. You know, like
I think it is a title.
like Darth. It reminds me of that. It reminds me of only a
Right.
Master of Evil Darth, and then he's never referred to as that again. It's always Vader. I think they've just fucked up, to be honest.
I
think they
can
just
see it
sound
being
terrible.
a title like apprentice, like your apprentice, Djarin. But then who's he? Like, how could an apprentice have an apprentice? Because he's Din Djarin.
I think they just sounded it out and it didn't sound right the other way, so they just went
Fuck it.
Din Grogu.
Right.
Yeah. Because Grogu's Jaren sounds stupid.
They both sound stupid.
They both sound stupid.
They should have thought this out a lot better. Like Grogu is not the best.
Nothing
name.
in the season feels like it was well thought out. It was like all over the place. The main story was like, we're fighting Moff Gideon again. Seriously, like it was just, oh god.
Yeah, it felt like they were marking time. It felt like they thought, we have to get something out there. What we're going to do. Don't do anything too crazy. Just let's get Mandalore back. That'll do.
That'll sound right. I thought we were gonna see the Mythosaur show up. I mean, I know we've seen the little like eye.
Right.
Oh my god! But I thought he was actually gonna like come out and.
I thought that's what was
Or something.
busting out of it. Do you remember the episode where they came across the guys on the barge, the
Yeah.
Mandalorian?
Right.
And that thing bust out of the ground. I thought that was the Mythosaur coming out.
Mm.
But it wasn't, was it?
I thought we were gonna see like Bo-Katan get the Mythosaur, tame it, and then show up like fucking
Riding it.
riding it into battle,
Yeah.
like fucking destroying the troops, something, right? Like a big epic moment, but no, nothing.
Mhm.
Fucking burning everybody like season 8 of Game of Thrones. That'd have been cool.
That
It
didn't
felt
make
like
sense either. So
Book of Boba Fett, to be honest. Just fucking boring.
what happened to all the TIE fighters or whatever the fuck they were? Right, the
Mhm.
bombers. They go up there and they bomb the shit out of that ship, and then they just fuck off. And because he didn't blow them all out.
Oh
of
yeah,
the air, right? They just fuck off, just phew, and they're gone. Because they didn't show the other ships fighting them or like dog fights or like the Republic came in and like as backup. There's just nothing. It was like, oh, they're there, they're gone, and then that guy's able to crash his ship directly into the fucking base.
They probably just thought Moff Gideon's fucked. Let's get out of here, and then
Oh my god.
tuck tail.
This is Star Wars now. Just it's either good or it's just boring as crap.
But they're making a very sort of a very big effort to link this to the sequel trilogy now, which is what a lot of people don't like.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's where it's
They
going.
should just move on. Just like ignore that. It's like it's a thing that exists.
They're making a movie. They're making another movie with Rey. So
Yeah.
Right.
they're going all in.
But I mean, they could still just ignore it. It's like you can have Rey, but just don't mention anything that happened.
Yeah. His clowns or his clones didn't have the secret ingredient known as space kind.
No, the sentence is much better with his clouds.
Yeah, you got that right, 56K.
And exactly what? So he pushes the button and they just die in the tanks. Like supposedly
Yeah,
they
he
had
pressed
like
You press the die button.
it's just like oh
The
yeah, just
die
fucking
button.
die. It's like come on.
Stupid.
The whole thing with the Praetorian guards. These are like first off, these are supposed to be like super badass elite troopers, right?
Right.
And I'm like, why don't we clone those guys? Right? Those are the guys you want to clone.
Yeah.
Like if they said like Moff Gideon was like ex-Praetorian guard or something, right? But he's just like a dude. Like, why would you clone yourself? Like, dude, you're like even fucking what's his name was like, hey, let's clone Jango Fett because he's like the badass bounty hunter, right?
Right.
So you would think, okay, clone those guys, but beyond that, like these are the fucking baddest guys in the Empire, right? And Baby
Right.
Grogu is just like making them look like idiots. It's like
That's why
Three Stooges
he was
routine.
like, I have to. These clones are gonna have force. Yeah. It's like, this damn show, man.
Oh yeah, because they were going to implant the Force into them, weren't they?
Yes.
Because you can do that now.
But speaking of the Force, right? So now this again, we're told that the Darksaber is like special. It's like super special.
Oh yeah, this.
It's got like a mind of its own, and fucking it taps into your whatever, right? And so then, how the fuck did he use it if he can't use the Force? If he has no Force activity, Wouldn't the Darksaber be like, no, you're a dick. You don't have Force. Fuck you. You don't get to use me.
No clue.
And then he just crushed it and destroyed it for no reason.
Yeah, all that setup just for
Yeah,
it to
by
get crushed.
Darksaber.
It's like, look at the MacGuffin.
Lord.
Why did you break the MacGuffin that we've just been chasing for like half the season? It's like we made this whole big thing about it. And nobody cared afterward. It wasn't like all the Mandalorians were like, oh, the Darksaber's broken. Well, we're
Right.
fucking off again, right? No, they're like, okay, we're still here. I thought, and again, I didn't get any of the spoilers on it. So I thought after they broke it, maybe she was going to pick it up and then they were going to show like a post-credit, her like fixing it or trying to make it,
Right.
Or at least
Make a
getting
new one.
the Kyber crystal out of it or whatever.
Right.
something, but no, none of that.
Yeah, the next season for Mandalorian, I'm definitely not watching.
you
I
will.
don't give a shit.
You say that
You
now.
will.
No,
You'll see a trailer, you're like, Max, see a trailer, you're like, I'm in.
Well, I'm not even gonna watch the trailer, unless like someone's like, "Hey, this is actually good. This is an improvement on the last season." I am not gonna bother.
That's what I'm going to say to you.
watching it.
Even if it's dog shit, I'm gonna.
It's the
You've
best
got to
season
watch
ever.
this, Blinded.
If
Yeah.
it's somehow worse than this season, and it's like, no, you have to watch how bad it is. Maybe those are the only conditions. Otherwise, like if it's just more of this mid boring show, no. I
You're
can't
watching
watch
Ahsoka
this.
though, right?
I don't know if I'll watch that, to be honest.
Oh, you gotta watch it just to
I'll wait
to
and
see what's happening.
because I'm not. I don't really care for Clone Wars. I don't really care.
No,
for
it's more Rebels. I think it's more of a sort of Rebels follow-on.
Right. I really don't. I don't really care for any of the Star Wars animation.
The Star Wars animation was good. So I was sort of in the same boat where I avoided it for a long time. I don't
I
think
only
Tony's
like the
watched any
live
of it.
action stuff and the video games. I did like the Visions, the anime. If they did anime Star Wars, I'd probably watch it. But the animation that they have now, no.
Visions was all right, but it wasn't canon, was it? It's
No, it
hard to get
wasn't.
invested.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't watch it. I was like, oh, this ain't canon. And
No, some stuff now I'm just like, is this really worth my time? Like, because it could be just bad, but it's like this kind of bad where you're like, this is really boring to me, and I'm like confused why people even like it, and nobody really explained to me like, oh, this is the reason why you should care. It was like, no, it's a great season. What are you talking about? And they're like, okay.
Bianca says Vision sucked.
Nah, that first episode was pretty cool. I like the animation for that.
But Bianca's an anime expert though, so it has to meet her exacting standards.
Oh,
Yeah, she said only like 2 or 3 good stories out of 9.
I mean, they're kind of vignettes though.
Yeah.
I was more watching it for the animation than the story.
Didn't the game have some sort of trouble, or it's having problems? The new one.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs on each platform, PC, consoles. I mean, I wasn't gonna buy it day one, but glad I didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna buy it day one because I still got to beat the other one.
Right.
And then these guys in the chat, my lovely fans, they suggested I play Dead Cells.
That's a pretty good game.
Which
it
one's
is.
buggy?
Oh my god, I'm fucking. Why didn't I play Dead Cells earlier? I love this fucking game.
It's Survivor. Is it Survivor that's buggy? Is it?
Yeah, it's mostly buggy on PC, but on performance mode for consoles, it's pretty janky.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what my friend told me, and I think a lot of people also notice. It depends though on the area.
Bianca says good animation is not good overall.
That's fine, but I still was watching it for the animation. Not gonna care. I don't really care.
Yeah, but like I said, I was playing Dead Cells, and I said I was going to update everybody on my progress.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, I'm only 4 hours in. I only got to play 4 hours because I was making a video today. But I already got 17 trophies, gentlemen. I know you guys were like, "You ain't gonna get nothing, Tony. You suck. You're not good at video games." Yeah. So as you can see, I reached several places. I beat the first boss, the consigliere, whatever the fuck his name is.
Right.
I got all the way up to the Ram's Rune. So
Good on you, Tony. Good on you.
Because I told him, I said I'm gonna beat
you,
this
man.
game in like a day. Because it says that it's only like what was it, 16 hours or something? I think it said to beat. Let me see. HowLongToBeat.com says the main story should only take, on average, 15 hours. You can rush through it in 7. So I said I'm going to beat it by Monday. Speaking of beating games, I'm up to 24 now, gentlemen. I did beat DuckTales 2 on Friday night.
Who's even participating in this?
Nobody. Because
Just
you guys,
now, Tony.
I'm only now still. The newest game I picked up was Resident Evil 2. I'm like 4 hours into that.
I mean, we're only going into May. You still have plenty of time to catch up.
Nah.
It's only we're only like the 16th week. I mean, it's plenty of time. Number 24 is still under review. These guys are mad because they think I used a rewind, but there was lag.
On what? DuckTales too?
Yeah.
Did you use rewind?
It was lag.
Did you stream that?
I streamed it. Yeah, I streamed it.
Yeah, we're going to be investigating that then.
You go ahead.
Who am I kidding? I'm not doing it. Can somebody else go and investigate that and then bring the findings back to us, please?
And even if I did, I went back and played it again and beat it. without using the rewind. It was only one. It was in one spot, and I was like, "Fuck it," and I used rewind. But other than that, I beat everything else. And like I said, I did go back and play it again off stream and beat it. So it counts. I'm putting it in there.
Oh boy.
56K warning says he's at 5. You got a lot of time. Krell says I loved Risk of Rain, but Dead Cells didn't hook me. I'm loving Dead Cells. I don't like the shield. Right? I never play like using shields. I'm always like fucking just going in there, hacking and slashing.
What is Dead Cells? Is it a Metroidvania type?
Kind of,
but it's also roguelike.
yeah.
Right.
So there's that aspect, which sucks. Like I love those kind of games, right? But what always sucks is you can only go. There's only so far you can go in your first run, right? Because you got to go back and then get all the little extras and the runes and all the things that unlock new pathways to go, right?
Right.
So it's like you can never actually. There's no like, oh, I can just go in there and fucking. Probably somebody has, but it's really difficult to just beat it straight away, right? If not impossible. But it is good. I'm unlocking a lot of stuff. I do hate when I end up going to one of the doors and they're like, "Oh, you can't use this door because that's DLC." I'm like, "Why is the door there then? Stop putting those fucking doors." I just wasted 30 seconds of my life, finding this door for you to tell me.
It's to entice you into buying the DLC.
Probably.
It's insane how long the tail is on Dead Cells. How many DLCs does it have? 5, I would think. 5 or 4, right? I think it's 4 because there's 3 individual, then the 3-pack, and then the Castlevania.
Right.
Yeah, 4. Krell says probably like 10. I don't know. There wasn't 10 in the PSN shop. But either way, it's a really good game. I enjoy it. It's fun. I recommend it to anyone who likes roguelikes, Metroidvanias. Can't say enough good things about it. I'm shocked that it took me this long to discover this game.
When did that come out? 2018?
I think so. Is there like a Dead Cells 2 coming out already?
I don't think so. Did they announce that recently?
I could have swore. Maybe I'm just...
Maybe they announced that they're working on a sequel? I don't know.
Surely if the first one came out 2018, they must have said something about a sequel by now.
Yeah.
That was like Spider-Man 1 time, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, 2017 was the early access. Then you had... Oh, I forgot about all the Rise of the Giant shit. Yeah, that's right. Early access, Dead Cells, Rise of the Giant, Bad Seed, Fatal Falls, Queen of the Sea, and then Return to Castlevania. It's all the fucking DLC.
It's a lot. Damn.
Yeah. And won a bunch of awards, too. Like I said,
Yeah,
it's a really fun game. I enjoy it. It has... what's the word I'm looking for? It mentions other games from the same developers.
So there's advertising inside it. That's what you
Pretty
like about
much.
it? Okay.
I love the advertising. They got the little costumes. Talks about like Shovel Knight and other things.
Right.
Chris says, "What's up, guys? Did you follow the drama on the Amico? There's drama on the Amico Facebook page.
There's never any drama with Amico. What are we talking about?
Haunted Wish says Neon Chrome is my favorite roguelike. I've never heard of it. And stop tempting me with games. You guys saw Twisted Metal TV series teaser trailer?
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, I did. It was okay. It was a teaser.
Does it look good? It's got Anthony Mackie in it, right?
Yeah. I mean, they teased what's his name at the ending.
Sweet Tooth?
Yeah, Sweet Tooth.
So what storyline are they going with the series?
No clue.
because you got the original Twisted Metal, and he had like magic powers. The guy, what the fuck's his name? The boss, Calypso. Calypso had like magic powers, and then in the second one, they're like, no, he actually like captured a demon. And then the whole thing about him going to hell and like escaping hell, and they're trying to come get him back. And then what is it? Twisted Metal Black's all in fucking Sweet Tooth's mind. Death Race storyline. I think some of the storylines from some of the characters in Twisted Metal are like, hey, the Twisted Metal tournament is killing tons of people worldwide. They need to fucking put a stop to it. Just like, this is getting ridiculous. Then they had the one where like the carnival where fucking Sweet Tooth wins the previous Twisted Metal, and then he like takes over. There's like a carnival. It's just weird. It's just weird. It just gets weird. Anyway, I'm not looking forward to it. David Jaffe, is he involved?
No.
No, then I don't want it. As crazy as David Jaffe has become lately, he was the sole Twisted Metal.
I think he said that he just looked at the script and he just said, yeah, this looks good. And that's it.
Oh, he probably said that because he's
Looked
getting
at his
like
bank account.
royalties.
Yeah.
He looked at his bank account. He's like, how much royalties am I getting? Yeah, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk some business here. Where is it? Here it is. This is coming from what the hell is Tweaktown. Activision merger may seriously harm competition. Multiple companies tell CMA.
For like the 100th time.
Yeah,
Right.
but this time worked. Multiple video game companies told UK regulators at the CMA that the Microsoft Activision combination could seriously harm competition in the industry. Sony wasn't the only video game company opposed to Microsoft buying Activision and snapping up multiple billion-dollar franchises. Sony has been the loudest opponent of Microsoft's proposed buyout of Activision Blizzard, but new reports from the UK's Competition and Markets Authority show that Sony wasn't the only group to have concerns. We've documented the power of Activision's size in both earnings and reach and how big Xbox would grow overnight through the combination. And while our data is compelling, it's a small fraction of what competitors and regulators have seen. The CMA, for example, says they've analyzed over 3 million documents relating to both businesses. Do you believe that shit? I don't believe that shit.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
From both Sony and Microsoft?
No, from Microsoft and Activision Blizzard.
Okay. I was confused.
That's a lot of documents, right?
They're probably like skimming them, like scanning them in and doing a word find. They're not reading them.
Yeah. Probably a lot of cover pages that they counted in there.
No, man.
So, like, what's a big number? 3 million? Yeah, we looked at 3 million documents.
Page intentionally left blank. A lot of that.
I love those. What the... I never
You
understood
have a
those.
whole book full of them, don't you?
No, my book says placeholder. It's placeholder.
Oh, man.
According to the CMA's recent decision to block, and it's funny because I remember a couple months ago, I think, maybe it was only a month ago, there was an article going, insiders saying that the UK is going to go ahead and give Microsoft the stamp, right? They're going to rubber stamp it. Buyouts incoming. Don't worry, gentlemen. Xbox prevails. Yeah.
Yeah, you reckon you said this was going to happen, but I'm going to lay this one down for you now, Tony. I think this is going to get reversed.
Oh yeah, it is. But I knew this was going to. This is the process, right? And there's no way that a company like a regulatory board like the CMA just rubber stamps things. They say no, and then they go, my hand's a little and then they go, oh, look at all this money that just fell into it. They go, oh yeah, we've re-looked at our decision and we decided that Microsoft has sent us a check big enough to go ahead and rubber stamp that shit.
Yeah, now that Microsoft have threatened the UK with pulling out of them and going to the EU to set up shop, I guarantee this is going to get changed. If I know anything about the UK, and I know a little bit, the fact that and I don't want to get political with the fact that it's run by the Conservative government all it takes is a little bit of money to change people's minds.
Right.
So this will get
Yeah.
reversed.
Yeah.
I'm almost 100% sure of it, and I would be willing to bet you it will get reversed.
Potion says lies. Everyone cover your ears.
Oh boy.
Carl O says, I worship at the altar of Sony, F Microsoft. I have a PS3 tramp stamp.
Oh god.
That was
Potion says, I'd say yes, they do this to overflow them with too much work.
the PS3 tramp stamp is a regrettable night out, isn't it?
Not really. Depends on where you're going. I mean, a PS3 tramp stamp would go against Canadian gamers' dating tips because then they're going to know that you're a gamer. Then they'll dump you.
Oh man.
Yeah, you don't want to let them know you like games.
Yeah. Multiple anonymous games companies believe that. Okay, so were they anonymous to the CMA or just anonymous to us?
No, they mean anonymous as in they're fake. They don't exist.
That's what I'm saying. Like Sony's just like sending them letters. We're a game company that thinks that this is bad. Don't ask us which one because we're
Right.
anonymous. Multiple
Oh my
anonymous game
God.
companies believe that Xbox and Activision teaming up could seriously harm competition. It's public knowledge that Sony is against the merger, and it is believed that Google may have raised questions around Xbox's cloud gaming plans, but there's no concrete source information as to who the other naysayers were. They want to name names. Name names.
Why would Google be against it? Their cloud gaming platform failed.
Right.
They had their chance.
The views of third parties were mixed. Some major gaming businesses considered that the merger would seriously harm competition and that the behavior remedy proposed by Microsoft was ineffective, inadequate, and or would distort the market. The regulators say that they sent out more than 90 requests for information from third parties and that they have conducted in-depth talks with key executives and higher-ups in the game industry. We may never know which companies had concerns on the merger, and rightly so, because that kind of information could affect future partnerships and deals. There it is, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Right.
Xbox BTFO'd. What are you gonna do now? I wonder if Microsoft is like, hey, Nintendo, remember how we said we're giving you Call of Duty?
Deals off.
Yeah, deals off. We're not gonna be able to do
Deals
that.
off.
But that's all right because Microsoft is not sweating it. They're saying it's business as usual.
Just give them Halo instead.
Yeah, Halo
On the Switch.
Microsoft reportedly reassures staff its gaming strategy will continue if Activision Blizzard buyout fails, and Activision says it'll continue as an independent company. Now, this is from Eurogamer. What happens if Microsoft's proposed $69 billion buyout of Activision Blizzard falls through? As seemingly distinctly possible following the Competition and Marketing Authority shock decision to block the deal. Wasn't a shock? Why is everyone saying it's a shock? I wasn't shocked.
It wasn't.
Am I the only one that knows how to read?
No, I agreed with you. I think if you remember rightly, I agreed that probably the UK was going to scupper this initially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you won't remember that, Tony. You just remember that you said it. You'll never remember anybody else saying it.
Because I'm
only you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I do remember you saying that. It's a question Xbox boss Phil Spencer reportedly answered to staff at an all-hands meeting on Thursday, according to Bloomberg. Paywall.
You know there's a way of circumventing that, right?
Yeah. But I think they're just letting you know, like, if you click this link, there's a paywall. According to Bloomberg, Spencer stressed Microsoft remains committed to getting the deal over the line while acknowledging the damaging impact of this week's event. The company, alongside Activision Blizzard, plans to appeal. Spencer apparently told staff the acquisition of Activision Blizzard is meant to speed up Microsoft's gaming plans, but isn't the be-all and end-all of the company's gaming strategy, which would move ahead even without the firm behind Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and Candy Crush. He's crying. Spencer was crying. Sony's beating us again. Fucking babies. Oh, a bunch of Xbox babies. Spencer's comments come at a tricky time for Xbox, which has seen console sales struggle. That's right. No one gives a shit about Xbox. This week, Microsoft reported gaming revenue down 4% and Xbox hardware revenue down 30%. Sony, meanwhile, in the story we're going to read, is having fucking record-breaking sales. I mean, Microsoft tried to just buy their way into the business, just bully people around, buying up companies, buying up IPs, thinking that their, money matters. But, it doesn't matter. Joshua Perez says CMA first had issues with Call of Duty. Now that that's been addressed, the issue is now cloud. CMA are stand-up guys. They are. Mm-hmm. Definitely. You're going to find them all have like Sony tattoos at the CMA. Mm-hmm. With the lack of big hitter exclusives in recent years and stalling Game Pass growth on console, Microsoft's buyout of Activision Blizzard was seen as a crucial shot in the arm of its gaming efforts amid tough competition from Sony and Nintendo and the Amico.
Secret
what would you, if we read this article and it got to the bottom, it's like Phil Spencer said if they don't buy Activision, they were eyeing Intellivision.
Well, I mean,
is the number 2 consolation prize? Yeah.
It would make sense because Phil Spencer is an idiot.
Because he's like, Amico has a $3 billion addressable market.
Yeah.
It's like, this would definitely take us over.
Xbox has the same output of games as Intellivision, so it makes sense.
Specifically, Activision Blizzard owned Candy Crush maker King was viewed as a key component of Microsoft's gaming strategy, which includes plans to launch an app store for games across mobile devices. Microsoft currently has limited gaming presence on mobile. Meanwhile, Activision Blizzard boss Bobby Kotick, who has been heavily criticized the CMA's ruling in interviews this week, addressed the same issue in a chat with CNBC. Asked whether Activision Blizzard can go it alone should the deal fall apart, Kotick admitted to potential challenges. Look, we're a strong company. I've harassed many people within this company.
Oh yeah, he's the guy with the problems, isn't he?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, he's the problematic guy. And I think, whether the deal goes through or not, we may have every expectation of it going through. But if it does not, we continue to operate as an independent company. It just gets more challenging when you're operating in a global market where in Japan, you don't have free access to the consumer, where in China, you have to enter into a joint venture to be able to operate. Fair competition should start in countries that we operate in, like the UK and the US. And I think that, we should be more focused on things like a reciprocal trade framework that will actually allow us to compete in countries like China and in Japan more effectively, not preventing competition. Should Microsoft miss its 18th of July merger deadline, it will reportedly owe Activision a $3 billion termination.
Crazy.
CMA just cost them $3 billion.
do they just try again, or how does this work, right?
Well, they appeal that, right?
Like, so could you imagine you just hand them over a check for $3 billion, right? And then you're like,
no, they won't.
So you still want to buy us?
They'll appeal that CMA decision before they hand $3 billion over. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it gets
there's
to
a deadline,
right?
though, right? There's a deadline, though.
Yeah.
So if they don't do it by a certain
but that's what I'm
date,
saying. Like, if it crosses the deadline, right? And let's say, like, at the end of July, they're like, you know what? We've decided if you wanted to buy him, go ahead, fuck it, go ahead, buy him, right? Like, now we got to spend another $63 billion or whatever it is, like, on top of the $3. Like, Activision will get the fuel off the launch pad. Hell yeah! And we need Amico shirts that say "Got Fuel." Oh, that would be good. GFWL went under and GameStop working left and right. Yeah. If it weren't to get done, by the end of the year, I think we'll be sitting on something like $18 billion of cash. And we think, I think if you look at our 30-year history, we have that deployed capital for the benefit of our shareholders very well, and we'll continue to do that. What happens next? Microsoft must now seek to prove the CMA mishandled its initial investigation as part of an appeal, which, if successful, would see the case then return to the CMA once again for further deliberation.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Big spender.
Damn! Hi guys, I enjoy your satire version of Amico Forever and also your actual reviews and discussions regarding various gaming systems and intellectual properties. Keep it up. Hopefully you grow to a larger audience. Well, thank you, AJ I3, for the $30 super chat. I am blown away. This
Yeah, but you're saying Amiga forever. Should we maybe
Yeah.
rotate the show and start taking the piss out of the Amiga now?
we should.
If it gets us $30 super chats, we should.
Hell yeah. We now have the fuel to launch an Amiga Forever
to get that
podcast.
to get that rocket ship filled up.
Yeah, well, thank you, AJ. Remember, if you want to get your name highlighted like that, just send a super chat. George says, "What about a shirt that is a picture of Tommy and under it says Launchpad Quack?" Do I have to pay you for these ideas, George? Or are you giving them to us for free? Because I don't want to have to be giving you royalties on these T-shirts. Is what I'm saying.
As long as you trademark it before George gets his chance to, you'll be fine. And then delete this stream so there's no evidence of it.
Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster changed so much that reviews don't bring it up. It's insane. Oof. I know if you go on the internet, on YouTube, there's a YouTube channel that I follow called Final Fantasy Union. They actually did a video breaking down the changes between the original versions and the Pixel remasters of all the games.
I've got it downloaded. I'm going to have a go. I'm trying to find the time now to work through it.
Free. George says they're free. All right, you got that on record. These ideas are being given freely of his own accord,
Cool.
under no duress. We have it on record. Thank you. Tommy has been licking his wounds and watching SpaceX rocket launch disasters. He's like, see, we're not the only rockets that had trouble on the launch pad. All right. Moving along to some more happy news. 38.4 million PS5 systems sold as Sony records its best quarter four results. 6.3 million PS5 consoles shipped.
It's a lot of consoles.
Money.
The best thing about this is all those scalpers that are left with all those consoles they can't shift.
Yeah, they said that they were having a trouble with that. They bought way too many. Push Square is what we're looking at here. And I'm pretty sure Push Square is a Sony-centric website.
Yeah.
So, Sony has managed to beat its own lofty PS5 sales estimations to record a total of 6.3 million PS5 console shipments in quarter four period of fiscal year 2022. In terms of revenue, this makes it Sony's best ever fourth quarter earnings, beating out the same period recorded last year. I do hate how they do these fiscal quarters. Like it ends like in April and like, what's flex? Why? Does anybody know why they do that?
No,
have it end in April.
Yeah.
What, the financial year?
Yeah.
Do you know why? Is this a hypothetical question? You want to know if we know why? Or...
No, I have no idea why. I'm asking you.
I assumed it was something to do with if you want to get all your finances done, you don't want to be doing it around New Year time because it's the holidays. And then I don't know why April was picked specifically.
You know what? Now that you're saying that, it might be because of tax season.
Well, I mean, but why is tax season ending
in April?
Because April, 15th is where, in the U.S. anyway, I think April 15th is like the deadline for taxes. Because they give us this big thing.
But why is that being chosen, though, as the deadline for your taxes in the US? What was the reason for that originally?
Well, I think because you have to get all the earnings from the previous year, right? By January, and then they give you a window. Like they can't be like, all right.
They give you 1 quarter.
Yeah, you got like 3 months. You got like 1 month to go ahead. No, they're like, hey, we'll give you a couple months to get them filed because there's so many of them anyway.
It takes a while, right?
56 says, "Ding ding, hell yeah, I win."
No dingalings.
I bought the PS6. Oof, Aaron got
oh man, he got scammed.
Swindled.
Yeah.
AJ says, "What are your thoughts on games that were generally released as a solo product and then had expansion packs and are now becoming nothing more than an online experience?" Fucking terrible. That's what
It's
I
ruining the
prefer
industry.
offline. I hate these always online games, especially when it's a single player. Like if it's a single player, don't make me always online. I don't give a shit.
If it's always online, it feels like it's for that DRM nonsense.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, don't get me wrong, I like online gaming at times, but I don't want everything to be connected. I mean, I want to be able to, especially with the Switch, if you take it in a handheld mode, you want to be able to play it offline. So that's a
Right.
good console because it does that.
On top of that, if your Wi-Fi goes out, storm or something, now you're fucked. You can't,
Yeah.
I used to be able to just play games. Now I can't even play games because fucking Wi-Fi is out and I got no internet, right?
Right.
That sucks. And again, I am more of a solo player, right? I'm not sitting here in groups and like, all right, I'm 42. It's hard enough to get people to like all sit down and play games at one time. Shit, between gamers here, us, it was a fucking hassle to be like, all right, Friday night at 10 o'clock, we're going to fucking play Street Fighter with each other. And like, even that was a hassle, right?
Yeah, but it also highlighted the bigger problem. There's so many assholes as well. Playing with you, Tony, highlights how much I don't want to play online with people.
My question is regarding Diablo 4 and how they're handling that outroll. I haven't seen how they're handling Diablo 4. I haven't been paying attention to that.
Is it not in is the open beta finished now, is it?
I
Is
think
it
it
out?
might be. But
Probably should be.
The problem with Diablo 4 is, with all the money they made from fucking Diablo Immortal, they're going to fucking shove all that fucking monetization into fucking Diablo 4. And they might be like, no, we're not. We're not. Don't worry. We're not. And they'll give you the game. It'll be fine for like 2 months, 3 months, right? And then suddenly be like, you know what? We changed our mind.
Here's a new skin on Diablo Immortal.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hate that shit. I've never actually played a Diablo game. They look interesting, but I got way too much shit. Way too much. I wish we could just have a year. Like, just take a year off of, like, new games. Like, we don't need anything new. We've got enough.
I know.
Take care of the backlog, yeah.
Yeah.
A few years. I would need a few years. I would need a few years off from, like, life as well.
Yeah. Well, if you see my update video, Sidekick Max's schooling is ending. So hopefully, that all goes good. And it goes off, and
you're going to kick him
great
out.
success in the world, and I don't have to worry about, that's one less thing for me to be concerned with.
Yeah,
I'll be able to play more
I'm
games.
also waiting to kick my child out of the front door and get back to doing what I love doing.
Dude, you don't understand, Blinded. It is. Children are great. They're fantastic. I love.
No, they're not.
my kid. But oh my god,
They're a
like sometimes
fucking
you're just
boil.
like,
They're a fucking boil on life.
No, man.
yeah, I got like, 3 hours. I want to play some game. They're like, I want to watch fucking Barney. I'm like, no, I need to play some Final Fantasy right now. Like, I want to watch Barney. You're like, okay, here's Barney. Go watch Barney. Like, watch it with me.
Oh, hell no.
Don't want to. Don't you love me, Dad? Fuck. All right, I'll go watch Barney.
Depriving them of Barney. Good Lord.
You don't understand, man. It's hard.
It's worse when you got a girl and you've got to watch fucking Peppa Pig and
No, man.
Just having tea parties.
Disney princess, God knows what else. I can't even sit down and watch Transformers with her.
Oh, boy.
AJ says the open beta is finished, but it seems to be all online, and you can only do certain things at certain times. So for someone like me, you have to play turn times, or you cannot play the full game. That's fucking dumb.
It was always a single player game, right? Diablo.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Right.
Or did you have co-op?
I think there was co-op.
There is co-op.
Was there?
There is, yeah.
No, but I
Probably why.
think they're probably doing that shit with like events and stuff. Like, oh, you know, if you're here from between this time and this time, it's like double XP or whatever.
Fuck
right?
all that. I hate all that.
Yeah. I work and I don't have time to play on their phone.
Yeah, hey, you with a
exactly.
life. You with a life, go fuck yourself. You've missed this thing. You've missed out on all the points you need to collect to get some fucking
Arbitrary
prize.
thing.
Yeah. That's stupid.
This show needs a soundboard with sound bites like Love You Tommy. Love You Tommy.
No, that's for Amico forever.
56K when he says Doc McStuffins. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh Christ. What was that other thing as well she was watching? Sophia. That was another thing on Disney. I can still hear that kid's voice.
That's scarring. Holy.
They are. All right. The company was always bullish with its estimate for the quarter 1 2023 period, first setting a target of 5.2 million PS5 stock system shipped. This was then later raised to 6.2 million, but the final result has even beaten that as any PS5 stock issue evaporate. Compared to the same quarter in fiscal year 2021, it marks a sales increase of 4.3 million units. The Amico's missing out on all that sweet console sales. Elsewhere, Sony is also generating more money from its PS5, PS4 game software, add-on content, and network services compared to the same period last year. What only makes sense. More fucking consoles, more people playing, more shit being sold, right?
Yeah.
Sales for first-party games are down slightly at 68 million, a drop of 2 million. But then the platform holder only had Horizon Call of the Mountain and PSVR 2 to sell as a new title. Then the digital download ratio compared to the physical copies also stayed pretty much the same at 70%. Finally, the number of PS Plus members is on the rise once more. Look at that. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Is it getting better now? Is it PS Plus or is it
It's
still as shitty as it was? What about VR?
What I hate about it, there's people like me are fucked, right? And that's what I hate about PS Plus. It's like all the games I want to play aren't on PS Plus. And all the games that are on PS Plus, I already fucking own. I'm like, no. Because, it's a lot of the third-party shit that's not going to be on PS Plus, right?
Right.
So, for me, there's a small amount. Sony policy still ass, yeah. The PS3 stuff is still streaming only. And even with my internet, which isn't the greatest, I can sort of get it to work, but it's a pain in the ass.
It seems to work okay for me. I find it runs okay.
For me, it's smooth, but my internet got upgraded, so.
Well, it depends on what time of the day, right? Like
it's that train. Yeah, you keep getting knocked out by that train every time.
Well, I got the train, but then Sidekick Max also. Sidekick Max will be online playing PlayStation. Then he's got his laptop open because he's talking to people on Discord. And then his phone is using the Wi-Fi because he's talking to someone else that's on the phone. And I'm like, dude, fucking pick one, right? Just pick one.
Yeah, it's okay. He'll be out the door soon. Don't worry. So the skill's over.
I'm like, what the fuck? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. No.
No, you don't need to cross your fingers. You just open the door and kick him out of it. Throw his bag out the door after him. Change the locks.
Why change the locks? Just take his key away.
Don't come back, but come back when I'm old and decrepit and can't look after myself and help me out.
When all the young ladies have left me and I'm old and decrepit.
No, man.
But yeah, it is something I'm looking forward to. It's not quite retirement yet, but retirement's going to be nice. I love Gen X Gamer. It's a great friend of the channel.
Yeah.
But man, I would hate. And children are a blessing, and congratulations to that guy. But man, could you imagine your retirement age? You're finally going to settle down. Like I could do all the things that I wanted to do, and then, honey, I'm pregnant. Fuck. Why did I have to be Catholic? God damn it.
Oh man.
But yeah, so hopefully in 18 more years, he's got 18 more years before he can get his wood grain and sit down and just Astro smash himself.
I was going to say that's probably how long he'll be waiting anyway, another 18 years. So he'll be all right. Timing works out. He'll be fine. I'm sure. What is he now? 50?
Yeah, something like that.
68. He'll be fine.
George says, love the new avatar. Thank you. Specially commissioned. There's a full body version, various poses, various facial expressions.
VTuber.
He decided it was time to get rid of that stolen South Park artwork.
It wasn't South Park at all. It looks nothing like the frog from South Park.
Come on, it does.
And it was licensed. It was fully licensed from fucking Adobe.
No, man.
Hello, Lemmy Winks. You must escape or you will surely die.
Not being at work all day is a blessing when raising a kid. It must be. All right, AJ, take it easy. Bet for us 40-year-olds. I'm 40. It's not bedtime yet. Ooh, Aaron says blinded. Read our group DM.
Yeah, I saw.
Special group DM.
No, man.
Also, like I said, I commissioned Tommy Uyumiko to do backgrounds for us. So my videos are going to have fancy backgrounds. I'm going to invade other people's stuff like I invaded Chuck in this video.
You invaded
also
Chuck?
ran into DJC. I was at his house in my update video. You got to watch the video.
I watched it.
Also ran into some thug out there on the street. It was a good time. It took me way too long to do. I'm like, man.
4 hours. 4 hours, you said.
I don't want to do this shit.
Editing,
yeah.
It's not
3,
that
4 hours.
hard.
You never even got the
Jesus.
mouth moving.
What was that?
You need to get the mouth moving if you're going to spend 4 hours making a video.
Yeah, no. Came to my hood. I did. I was scared. I had to leave, by the way. Some guy named El Gato. He was like, hey, what are you doing in my hood? A special episode is going to be entering the Miko Haters Dungeon. Hell yeah.
No, man.
Was the thug Dean? No, it wasn't. I said a real thug. Not a paper tiger. All right. Capitalism is ruining video games. I used to love playing them. Now they play me. Ooh, that's fucking deep. It's from Mother Jones. Look at that. You need money to get the trophy. Can't get the trophy without money. Can't get up those stairs. Also, fight disinformation. Sign up for the free Mother Jones daily newsletter and follow the news that matters.
Oh, thanks.
And if you haven't noticed, Mother Jones is a left-leaning website. But it's always good to get the other side, the other side of the spectrum. I've always loved racing games. I first got addicted way back in the 90s when I jammed quarters into arcade cabinets with a full-size car seat and stick shift and hurtle around virtual tracks. There's the train. During the aughts in the early 10s, I became a narcotic partisan of the Burnout Racing series on my PlayStation. Was he doing drugs while?
He was on narcotics.
He said narcotic partisan. Like he was just putting Burnout straight into his veins. Games in which you drove at such frantic pace that the landscape blurred. And what precisely was the allure of all this pell-mell driving? I think it activated some latent Walter Mitty mechanics in my soul. My day job is sufficiently sedate. I sit around talking with people and typing up what they say. That I needed some romantically intense escape. Split-second decision-making at 200 miles per hour. Fuck, this guy's like writing a novel. He must be really bored.
Let's try to hit the word count again.
Yeah. Most importantly, though, racing games gave me a wonderful feeling of mastery. They're hard, often brutally so. He's out there competing in Outrun with Master System Marceau and Alpha Nerd. You have to learn the performance characteristics of a given car and experiment with how well it accelerates or drifts into a curve. You similarly have to learn by mercilessly crashing and tumbling error the quirks of each track. 3 minutes in, my dendrites are gorgeous, right? What the fuck is a dendrite?
No clue.
Is that the zombies from Evil Dead?
Yes, deadites.
Deadites.
Our gorgeous ride of electricity. You get a fantastic incremental sense of progress. Each time around the track, I sharpen my skills. Eventually, I'm so good that I'm coming in first place, winning access to fresh tracks and new cars. He's pink slipping it up. Pew, pew, pew.
No.
He's out there screaming family as he's accelerating, sitting next to Vin Diesel in his mind. It's a delightfully flywheel of exploration, learning, and improvement. Getting better at a difficult task, this feeds the soul. Harvard professor Teresa Ambale has long documented how small wins, the experience of constant, gradual progress, can be deeply fulfilling. This is the core reason why some video games are so richly satisfying, and also why, whenever events in my real life seem uncontrollable or spinning into chaos, I could find temporary solace in the game. Could you imagine that? He's having a fight with his wife. His fucking marriage is deteriorating. She's like, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to go play some Forza. I need a small
That's what I do. That's why I got PlayStation VR. So I could put the headset on and plug the headphones in and ignore them. And then I didn't have to worry about that eye contact thing that I was talking about. You don't have to make eye contact. You just sit kind of like flail wildly, and then everybody moves out of the way.
Yeah, look crazy, and everybody will avoid you.
Works for me.
Let me get your email so I can follow the newsletter. No.
Yeah, man.
Hey, sometimes you do drugs. Yeah. Other people.
Who signs up for newsletters nowadays, for fuck's sake?
Not me. Microtransactions are so poorly managed, and there are so many games you can't beat in any realistic amount of time without them. Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
Those are battle passes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you don't play them.
Rabbit Dude got a membership. How did I miss that?
Yeah, you got Haunted Wisp was going on a spree.
Mm-hmm.
When was this?
A while ago.
Earlier in the show.
Oh. Why didn't
Thanks,
you say
Haunted
anything?
Wisp.
I can't see. It doesn't come up.
You were mid flow. Didn't want to interrupt you.
Man. Congratulations, Rabbit Dude, as the newest member of the Tadpoles. I'm going to eventually have to offer a higher tier because I don't know if I'm giving you more than 99 cents worth of content now, right?
Just give like a $400 tier, like.
There used to be a $500 tier.
Oh, you got rid of that?
What did you get for that?
Oh man,
nothing. You just.
Yeah.
Just you paid $500.
Yeah, it's the privilege of being the most expensive. It was going to be like a one member limit to the $500 tier. All right, let's see who's the recent members. Rabbit Dude and Bull ZG. Congratulations on getting your memberships. So he's a newbie who's playing sim games. Oof. All right, let's see. You ain't retro, bro. You ain't getting no $1.99. I'll make this a membership only stream. Earlier in the stream, I wanted to pay my dues to feed Trough. Here you go. Thanks, Haunted Wisp. Joshua Perez as well. Damn. That doesn't come up on my. It just came up right now. That Joshua Perez is also. No, he actually his renewed because now he's 2 months at a membership. And if you watch the update video, I'm going to have emojis. So I got the person who I commissioned to do my art. They said they also do emojis. So I'm going to put a members only community post asking for suggestions on emojis. Nothing dirty, obviously, and nothing copyright infringing. So
I was going to suggest a fin bar emoji, but that would be copyright infringing.
Whatever crap was breaking loose, wherever else I was screwing up, a racing game offered a soothing linear relationship between toil and reward. His house is on fire and he's still playing. Just one more track. But it's all pretty much crashed and burned thanks to the advent of what tech industry calls microtransactions. Just tech industries? Like they're the only ones who call it that? Or just got to put quotes on it? These are the little moments inside a game when, if realistically want to progress further, you have to buy something with real money. A pastime that used to offer rewards for hard work. Damn it. Hard work, grit, and perseverance has turned into a matter of who is willing to whip out credit card and spend their way to success. This transformation is unsettling, redolent of how our broader economic zeitgeist has evolved into a pay-to-win scheme. People with money to burn can buy their way up the ladder. Hard work be damned. It seems hypercapitalism, having already wreaked havoc on the real world, has come to the world of play. Are we getting our cyberpunk dystopian future? This is a long fucking article, isn't it?
It is a super long article.
Yeah.
Money bad. There it is. I summed it up for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's describing EA's current mindset.
Yeah. He's basically saying money bad, having to pay money for microtransactions and DLC and all that bad. Because in the real world, people like Elon Musk can just pay their way to success. And that's not fair to people like him who work really hard and deserve it. Also, at the very end of the article, they reminded you that Mother Jones has come up short on their efforts to raise capital, and you can probably donate and help them fight the good fight. Even though they just told us that money bad.
We're sorry you have to ask you this, but the Wikipedia guilt trip that you get every now and again.
Yeah.
Do you want Wikipedia to remain free? You got to pay us some money.
I don't like Wikipedia. Wikipedia can burn for all I care.
Well, it would just be replaced by something else anyway if it burned. It's not like...
Well, Wikipedia is bad. Here's why Wikipedia is bad. Because A, there's no oversight, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is a private owned whatever, right? So they decide who's an editor, who's not an editor, who gets to edit shit. So you get a lot of contentious things that are being edited, in a manner that is not down the middle. It's not fair, right? It's not facts only. People think of Wikipedia as a fact-based. It's not. It's very emotion-based, right? How people feel. I feel that this is what it should be. Two, they basically say, who gives a shit what the primary source says? Oh, Finbar, you said you never went to college? Well, fuck you, because your Wikipedia page says you did. And unless you can provide 3 outside sources saying that you didn't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
and
Finbar was a college dropout. Thank you very much.
And number 3, they determine who and what is a actual source, right? Is a what the hell they call that? A legitimate source, right? Mm. But they got a term for it. But they'll be
citation.
Like,
they'll say it's a citations needed, and they'll have
because they'll be like,
a link through
Polygon, whatever Polygon prints is fine. It fits into Wikipedia. Your website, which might be 100% accurate. Well, we don't know who you are, so no, that's not a source. That doesn't work. If Polygon picks up the story that you wrote, we'll cite Polygon, but we won't cite you because you're nobody. So
that's like Pat the NES punk with you.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
We're already hitting Cyberpunk. I wish.
Citation needed, but not through Tony TGD. Yeah. Because he's not trusted.
I thought you said you weren't going to do. I'm not doing membership only streams for Rabbitude.
Where did you get that from, Rabbitude?
Yeah, I said there's going to be a members only community post asking what you guys want for emojis. That's it. Because you guys are the ones paying. So what sense would it make to be like, hey, you guys who don't pay money, what kind of emojis should the people who pay monies have, right?
Right.
But what are you worried about, Rabbit? Did you in? You remember?
Yeah.
There's
never ever going to be a members only show or a members only chat. And I would never do that. We don't have enough members. We barely have like 26 members and only like 4 of you guys show up, right?
Mm.
So instead of the 11 people, there'd be 4.
Haunted was just gifted again.
Thank you, Haunted Wiz, for gifting. I don't know if there's anybody here to receive.
Yeah, Mike Hotcot's got it.
Mike.
What's his name?
It sounded like something else.
That's why he named it that way.
I want to do an alt account called Mike Hunt Huts as well.
Mike Hawk Hertz is a new member. He rejoined. So he's got the 1 month membership. Congratulations to Mike Hawk.
Mm.
Rabbit Dude rejoined. Bold G, Mike Hawks, and of course Joshua Perez. Congratulations on being new members. We're getting up there. We're gonna live like kings. Evil, live like kings. Internet Archive over Wikipedia, 100%, 100%. I just wish that the Internet Archive would stop bending the knee to some assholes like Tommy Tallarico, right? And having things, well, you can't archive. This site is unarchivable because we don't want people using it, right? So that's my anti-Wikipedia spiel.
Yeah, fuck Jimmy Wales. He's an asshole.
Yeah. Anyway, we got some more important things to talk about because we got to talk about Funko Pops. That's right. You know, the Funko Pops that were buried in the desert. Well, they're coming back to life as a video game. The Funko Pop video game's first trailer is a descent into pop culture madness. This is from Polygon. A fun new way to introduce kids to John Carpenter's The Thing.
Huh?
Well, let's take a look at this. It says game engine footage. Not all images appear in final game. So that's always a good thing. It's right there. Tommy, see how other companies do that, Tommy Tallarico? see that? How hard is that for you to find? That still to this day, it's like how hard was it for him to just be like game footage captured on a mobile device, not reflective of Amico experience or something, right? Kids don't even want Funko Pops. I bought a few and they said they sucked.
Hence why they're buried in the desert.
Yeah. Here's the thing: Funko Pops are not toys.
Right? They're collectibles.
They're collectibles. They're not. Kids are like, oh, they look cool. They think they're gonna like play with them. They're like, oh, they don't move. They're not like can't put things in their hands and change their outfits.
Right.
Some of them don't even stand up because their heads are so big. Yeah, they just fall over.
It's true. Like you take them out of the box.
I've got my kid's got an Elsa, like a frozen Elsa that it's in high heels, and its head is so big that it falls over every time you try to stand it up.
Oh man, I have two on my shelf.
The trash,
they're
man.
in the box.
What have you got? What characters?
The only
John
ones
Cena
I have.
The box is empty.
Is the zombie Captain America because it looked cool, and then a Civil War Iron Man. I used to collect them when I was a kid, but
why are you supporting that left-wing kitty diddlers known as Disney?
No.
You used to collect them when you were a kid, and you got two in and stopped.
No, I had
more.
Like I used to open them up, but I hate the way they look.
And then the other ones you buried in the desert.
Yeah, the other ones I buried in the desert.
Good.
They look better in the box. I don't know what I was thinking.
They do. I think they're supposed to they're designed to be in the box.
Yeah, but they just make way too many of them. It's crazy.
From the creator, Rick Face Mayhem. These are the Lego guys.
You got a little black box full of thoughts that are smoking.
A new culture universe. Look at that. Am I gonna have to fuck it? I don't care. Let us get claimed. We got $30 today from AJ. I do hold on, let me see. So we got Skeletor, which is awesome. They're gonna have He-Man stuff, the Thing stuff,
Future,
Battlestar Galactica, Umbrella Academy. Like I said, Back to the Future, Mummy,
Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead's awesome. I love that fucking movie. Frankenstein, so we're getting Universal Monsters probably. Funko's going to be in there. Freddie Funko, the very famous pop culture icon. Everybody knows. It looks like Jurassic World. That was my first thought when I heard about this game. I was like, there's going to be so limited in what they can have, right? Obviously, Marvel's not going to be like, yeah, go ahead, use our IP. And DC's probably not going to do the same way because they have video games IPs already licensed out to people, right?
Right.
So there's going to be a lot of Funkos that they're not going to be able to do. So it's going to be weird. Unless eventually it becomes popular and then like Funko Fusion #4 or something, right?
Right.
Ooh, you get Marty in puffy vest. Hell yeah. That's my favorite Marty.
Overboard Marty.
Yeah. God damn it.
Oh, it's not playing?
Hold on. What the fuck
Oh no,
happened?
what a tragedy.
What?
With a hole in your heart,
Yeah.
you start to feel broken. Yeah. After all is said and done, love
Does anybody here watch the Umbrella Academy?
I did.
Yeah, I watched the I think first 2 seasons.
The 3rd season is awful.
I watched
Yeah.
like 2 episodes. Psychic Max like, let's watch the Umbrella Academy. And we tried and it was just awful.
It's okay, the first 2 seasons, but that 3rd one is terrible.
Isn't like the writer like some like emo band guy?
Yes. The comic writer, yeah. I forget his name.
Let me see. Gerard Way.
Way, yeah. Yeah.
My Chemical Romance. Yeah. No wonder why it sucks.
is like a loaded gun. Sometimes I think I wanna be electrified. Keep
Hell yeah, He-Man.
running through the diamond night, where my secrets keep me up at night.
It seems a little more violent than I thought it was going to be. For like a little kid. Put respect on that band. This game should have been made during the PS3 era, probably. So is this game for kids or adult nerds? Yes.
Man children.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is why Funko's in the landfill. Yeah.
I think this fucking game's going in the landfill along with it.
Yeah. They haven't shown any gameplay.
You know what's fucked up is like, I guess we're supposed to recognize these people, and I have no idea who any.
This
of
is this is Umbrella Academy.
Is
They
that
always
all of
do
them?
those fucking cringe dances. Oh god.
This is like the B team. Like Lego gets all the A assets. Like,
Right.
oh, you want Lego? It's got like fucking DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter. Like, oh, what do you got, Funko? Umbrella Academy and Star
Masters
Star
of the
Galactica,
Stuff that nobody's doing anything with.
Back to the Future. Like,
Oh god.
When the darkness
Oh,
inside goes as deep as the ocean. Baby, I'll just change my flow.
this seriously, this is giving me like a like. Do you think that Lego games are too kiddie? Like we're gonna be like Lego games with more adult. It's like adult Lego games with violence.
Oh god.
Because I mean, they showed the guy's fucking arms getting eaten by the guy's chest. This looks all. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. What makes the Lego games good is even as an adult, like they're just so stupid.
Good?
And silly. You're like, it's funny.
I don't know about good anymore.
Well,
They're kind of
well, also, what makes them quote unquote good, right? Like if I'm playing a Marvel one, like they have so many obscure Marvel characters and so many characters. Like, oh yeah, I
Right.
get to play as this guy, right? Like I could be Quicksilver. I could be fucking Hyperion.
right. Maybe like running around in free roam with the characters fun, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm not saying they're fucking fantastic games that I'm gonna like dedicate hundreds of hours to, but I'm like, if I'm
Right.
gonna play something with a kid, like when Psychic Max was little, like the Lego games worked because like, they're okay. They're not too stupid. It's not fucking Barney's Whimsical Adventure, right?
Right.
Oh shit, they got Chucky.
Chucky. The hell?
Didn't see that? Like Chucky.
Okay.
Hell yeah. That's sad.
So this
like,
is the gameplay, right?
This is the
Yeah.
gameplay. Yeah.
Like, could you imagine you're a Battlestar Galactica fan, like all 6 of you, and you're like, man, I wish there was a Battlestar Galactica game. This is the closest thing you're ever gonna get. It's fucking Funko.
Sad.
Take what you get.
And it's not even the classic, right? Because they're gonna be obviously the Funkos over the new series. So you're not even getting the classic Battlestar Galactica. This new shit.
Little black box, tell me all your thoughts. Yeah, sometimes body's a feeling always amplified. Keep me running with the cloud in mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
The dog.
Who the fuck was that?
The dog from the thing.
This looks like ass.
look at that big head shit. Yeah.
The baguette. Oh boy.
All right, let's see. Funko Pop figures, the ubiquitous bobblehead. They're not bobbleheads.
Yeah, they are. So, some of them are. Did they take that away?
Are they bobbleheads?
Yeah, they're supposed to be bobbleheads. Like they shake a little.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. They do.
I've never the couple of bobbleheads.
Some of them
couple of
have
Funkos I've seen, they don't shake. They're like
Then they must have taken that away. Then.
AVGN
used to.
voice ass.
Yes. Yeah.
What a
Metal
shitload
Springs
of
cost
fuck.
too much. Yeah.
Wow. So now they're just like.
Yeah, they're just rigid now. Yeah, they're solid.
Wow. Okay.
Like maybe like the first fucking Funkos were bobbleheads.
They probably took that mechanism out because it was costing too much.
Yeah, because people just keep them in the box. They're like, why the fuck are we gonna make them bobblehead if they just stay in the box anyway? Right?
Right.
Anyway, collectibles that have obliterated the plastic toy competition through sheer volume are getting their own video game. Funko Fusion will bring together pop culture properties like Jurassic World, Back to the Future, The Umbrella Academy, The Thing, Child's Play 2, Masters of the Universe, and
Child's
Shaun
Play.
of the Dead into a singular experience early next year. What's funny is like it's like not the Jurassic Park franchise, right? It's just Jurassic World. Like you don't get the first two or the ones after it. You just get that.
Or you're only getting Child's Play 2 of all fucking movies as well.
Yeah. Weird.
But what is there in fucking Child's Play in besides Chucky, right?
Well, Child's Play 2 it's just Chucky and
Yeah.
the kid, isn't it?
No, but I'm saying even in the whole Child's Play franchise, right?
Well, you
Like,
got
if you're
Bride
like,
of
we're
Chucky.
gonna make
and-
toys.
There's Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it. I'm saying there's Chucky, Bride of Chucky, then that's it. Like you
Seed
want to
of
be like
Chucky.
the kid,
Seed
like
of
I'm
Chucky.
like you're gonna go buy a Funko of the kid, or like here's adult fucking kid's mom, right? Like
I guess.
I don't remember any of the characters. Is what I'm saying. Like no one is memorable except for Chucky in that whole thing. Chucky and then the bride, obviously.
Well, you got lots of different Chuckies. You've got Chucky, fucked up Chucky, bump
Yeah.
Chucky.
Yeah, there's like variants.
It's
Angry
all just
Chucky.
Chucky's. Is essentially what I'm saying.
Right.
Nice Chucky.
Andy, that's right. Because it's the same Andy. Because that's the same.
Plus, you can
name
have
as Toy Story.
Child Andy, Army Andy, Adult
Yeah.
Andy.
He said the black kid from Child's Play 3. Just the black kid. Yeah, fucking-
And all of Andy's foster parents that got killed along the way as well.
Oh my
just
God.
bits and
Lots of them.
pieces. Those are just damaged Funkos they put in a box. They're like, look, dead parents.
Yeah. Decapitated parent.
Mhm.
The first trailer for Funko Fusion shows what a peculiar prospect that is. Sitting alongside family-friendly fare like He-Man and Marty McFly, time traveling back to 1985, is the chaotic carnage of dinosaurs eating Funko Pop people, and the shock horror of Dr. Copper having both of his arms amputated by Norse monster from John Carpenter's The Thing. It's a slightly darker tone on the formula of toy-based games like TT Games, licensed Lego titles, or Disney Infinity. But what better vector to introduce kids to body horror? Huh? I don't think you should
What?
introduce kids to body horror. The team behind Funko Fusion is 1010 Games, which was founded by former Telltale Games folks. Based on short snippets of gameplay seen in the trailer, it appears Funko fans can expect an experience similar to the efforts like Lego Star Wars and Lego Harry Potter. Recreations of familiar movie moments in much sillier toy form. None of that looks silly. I didn't get any of the charm or humor that the Lego games have
Right.
in that trailer.
Yeah, they have a specific type of humor.
They've got a few frames in there of that trailer where like a Funko's running through a set of doors and getting smashed to pieces.
Yeah.
That's not what Funkos do. Lego does that. Lego breaks apart. Funkos don't. They stay in their box and they don't get touched. So it doesn't make any sense.
So the game should just
All they're doing is they're
collecting
just ripping
Funkos.
off Lego.
It should have been them in the box, not moving, and the fucking monsters are
And
chasing
then
after them.
and then people burying them in the desert. At the
Yeah.
end of the,
some
Yeah.
fat guy. It should have been some fat neckbeard trying to go to store,
Or
collecting
like
Funkos.
a
You have the
collection.
new Marvel
much we-
Funko.
he's trying to sell them. How much you give me for this? I'll give you $3. Fuck.
There
Or
goes my
just like
Funko Empire.
a collection of them sitting in GameStop, because that's literally what they're used for. Oh boy.
Players will battle enemies, explore vast environments, and solve intriguing puzzles. Funko and Universal Games said in a news release. Online multiplayer will let up to 4 players immerse themselves in pop culture mashups.
Oh god.
Incredibly exciting to be able to show everyone what the team here at 1010 Games has been up to, said Arthur Parsons, 1010 Games design director and co-founder in the news release. Harnessing the incredible properties we've been entrusted with by our partners at Universal Games and digital platforms, bringing them together into a gaming experience that is incredibly fun, surprising, authentic, and celebrates fandom like never before. All experienced through a Funko lens.
Okay.
Developers promise dozens, I tell you, of playable characters in Funko Pop form.
Mm.
I think there's like, in the last Batman game I'm playing, I'm going through Batman Lego 3 right now. I think there's at least 60 different playable characters in there.
Why are you playing that game?
I have it.
That game sucks. Good
It's not
lord.
great.
No, it sucks. I think
Like, what do
that
you mean
must
it
be the worst one. I played it and I was like, wow, this is so bad. Like, what happened? Apparently that was the worst one, the recent one, so but man, that was
Well,
terrible.
the one after that is what? Lego.
For DC or
Yeah, it's DC Super Villains or
DC,
something.
yeah, supervillains. Yeah, that one I heard was better, but
Well, I'm gonna get to it. I just, like I said, I have it because it was on sale for like $1.99 or something, so I bought it a while back.
right.
So I was like, let me go through it. I'm like, this should be an easy, relaxing game to play and just go through.
I gave that Villains one a go, the one that was on PlayStation Plus a while ago. I just gave up on it after a while.
Yeah, they're kind of just
Kind of boring.
yeah.
I'd rather play with real Lego.
Yeah, they
Real
kind of
Batman Lego.
the puzzles are kind of just not interesting at all. You're like, okay, you need like an ability and then fix this, and then it's like, okay.
I just don't like
What are
how
you talking
everything
about?
smashes.
They were
Everything
going to
breaks.
make a Care Bears game just like that for Amico,
Mm,
and everyone was excited. All the Amico fans were like, "Yes, Care Bears, just like a Lego game."
Yeah, but I
Funko
mean,
Pop is like parents who force feed their kids their childhood. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's Charles Lee Ray as a human. There's that for Chucky. Where's the Netflix cartoon Funko Pops figures? Don't give me any idea. No Doc McStuffins Funko Pop. No, because it's
your
Universal
fucking
Games.
obsession with Doc McStuffins 56k.
Universal Games is the company working on this alongside
Right.
1010.
They couldn't at least use like minions.
No, because that's not Universal.
It is. What are you talking about?
Is it?
Yes.
I thought it
That's
was.
why I said that.
Yeah, it is.
It's Illumination. It's
They sing the
Illumination's owned by Universal.
they sing the jingle, don't they?
Yeah.
Do they have it?
I can't do it. Tommy or Yumiko could probably do it.
It might be a different division. I don't know. Maybe Minions are going to be in it.
Yeah, but it's
Maybe
a division
they're
of
like,
Universal.
hey, that's too stupid for us. Even for Minions, that's too stupid.
They have Minion Funko Pops. It's weird.
Funko Pop games should be current kids franchises.
Yeah.
Skip this and wait for Ready Player One version. Oh hell no.
Oh god. Ready Player One sucks. Oh,
The movie or the book?
both.
Oh, bad take. It's because you're
No.
young. That's the problem. You got to
That
be
book
like
came
my
out
age.
when No, that book is garbage.
It's not. If you're my age, you're like, hell yeah, this is fucking awesome. Because it's like
it's
Atari
a
and stuff.
nostalgia bait.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
research.
saying. You got to be my
Shy.
age.
No, I mean the book sucks. That's my take.
Why does the book suck?
Because I told you it's a regurgitation of oh, you remember this? You remember this? The plot is even like that too. I mean, the
Remember?
movie is. There's only like one good scene, the Shining scene. That was probably like the best scene. Everything else makes me want to just fucking vomit.
Is the book close to the movie or not?
No, the
No,
movie
it's not.
took out the movie changed certain things because they didn't have license for the certain properties. Because the book is just like all out, like he said, it's like fucking balls to the wall. Like, do you remember this '80s property? Boom, it's in there. Do you remember this '80s property? Like,
The
I
book
have
sounds
the
better.
book in my closet. I threw it in my closet because I said fuck that. But
I thought it was fantastic.
You
And they
mean
made
Everything
a
was the
sequel
romance.
too.
you're not a child of the 80s, though, Blinded. I don't think it was aimed at you.
That's what I'm saying.
That
Like,
doesn't. I mean, that doesn't excuse the fact that the story is garbage.
how's the story
that's what it
garbage?
is. But
is.
that's probably what it is. It's all member berries.
It's all member berries, and it's like
Yeah, but how's the story
there's
garbage?
there's no like
Essentially, the story is.
interesting story like nothing.
Hold on.
Nothing.
I want to push back a little here. The
Take some
story
boost
in
with your
Ready
take on-
Player One is essentially a dystopian future in which most people spend their time inside the Matrix, essentially, right? And there's a guy, the guy who invented the Matrix is an autistic weirdo, and he's like, hey, I have a secret, and it's hidden inside the Matrix, and if you find it, it's fucking like the ultimate fucking prize.
I hate everything
Win.
but Power Rangers.
The ultimate.
That's a good one.
And that's basically what he did. Is it true that you hate everything but Power Rangers?
I
Do you?
think he must have came around when we were talking about Power Rangers.
But have you said those words? I hate
don't-
everything about Power
I
Rangers.
guess now I did. Someone's gonna have to
The
look.
stacks
for it.
was a dumb idea. No, I mean it's a
Yeah, the
book.
stacks is really dumb, and then in the movie, it's even dumber. It's like, God Lord, not a great idea.
Oh, okay. First off, it's a book, right? It's not like one of those like you're supposed to sit there and analyze it. I know I analyze everything, but you're not supposed to be like, you know what? I don't think that stacking fucking trailer park trailers on top of each other is really gonna work.
The
right?
book is so. On top of that, too, it is one of. Someone in the chat's got to back me up on this. This book is like one of the most hollow fucking written stories.
E.T. Blue.
It's
Yeah, it's pretty
unbelievable.
bad.
It's so uninspiring.
Yeah, I agree with that, Dowshin. E.T. did blow.
No, yes, it's uninspired, but at the same time, like I said, if you can look at a lot of things and go, well, this is essentially
No,
Lord of the Rings. This is
no,
basically
that's not the same. The book is just, it's like the dialogue is just references. It won't even stop, and it's not even clever. There's no like. I'm telling you, listen. If you read this book, I should write an entire article on just how bad this book is.
But
It's
what
one
was
of
the what was the
worst books.
lesson? What was the lesson in the book?
The lesson in the book?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't read the book.
Don't read the book.
No,
It's
the
cliche.
lesson. If you read the book, if you actually pay attention, the reason that it's
Well, I paid
overstuffed.
attention.
Hold on. The reason
Tony,
that
I
it's
triggered
overstuffed.
Tony, guys. I triggered him.
You
Damn.
did because it's overstuffed with references on purpose. Because at
Yeah,
the very end of the
I
book,
get it.
hold on.
and it's
At the end
dumb.
of the book, what do they tell you at the end of the book? That you're supposed to live life in the real world and stop being nostalgic and looking back
Wow.
and accept how life is and move forward.
Isn't that self-defeating? Like, because the writer literally jams in all these fucking references.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no real critical pushback.
You're just
until
mad
the
because it
ending.
didn't reference things that you're familiar with.
No, I am familiar with those things. Doesn't
Yeah,
make
but
it
you didn't live
good.
them like we did.
Yeah, I guess that's the excuse, right?
You're like, what's
critical
War
of
Games with Tom
something,
Cruise? What's this? What's
except
Cocktail? What's
I do
Pac-Man?
know.
What are quarters? And why are they putting it in the machine?
it's such a hollow book, and I hate the main character too. He's so fucking annoying. Did you read the sequel? The sequel's even worse. Somehow they made a worse sequel.
I've never read the sequel,
Yeah, it's terrible.
but now I have to.
No.
Are they not making that into a movie as well? Is it Ready Player 2?
I
Is that
think
what it's called?
he wrote the book just so it could be into a movie, but they never said anything.
Yeah, because they said, here's some money.
Yeah.
Would you like some money?
Yeah, a lot of there's a lot of books like that. It's kind of
Yeah,
fucking
Lost
stupid.
World. That was written because they wanted another movie, right? Wasn't it?
Lost Worlds.
Jurassic Park.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. Because you wrote, yeah.
They wrote it after the first movie, I think, and it was dog shit.
It was.
And they had to change most of it, I think.
Now I gotta order Ready Player 2 because I didn't know this was a
God.
thing. Thank you, Blinded.
You never heard of that? I'd heard of
No.
it, and I don't even really like it.
Because I actually got Ready Player 1, I think, as part of one of those loot crates.
Right.
I was like, oh, this is a pretty good book. But apparently, Blinded's telling me that I have terrible taste in media.
That book and the movie is garbage.
How did you guys feel about the nostalgia bait new Rescue Rangers movie? I thought it was pretty. I didn't know there was a new Rescue Rangers movie.
Rescue Rangers? Are you talking about the one last year?
Yeah, it was the live action.
Ben Dale.
That was
live-
actually kind of. I actually did like that. It was kind of fun.
I don't know if I watched it all the way through, but what I did watch, I thought was all right.
Oh, that's
thought it
not a
was
Rescue
quite
Rangers
good.
movie. That's
Chip
a
and
Chip
Dale.
and Dale movie.
Yeah, I was confused.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I didn't know they made a Rescue Rangers movie. I know they made a
Well,
Chip and Dale movie.
it was though, wasn't it? It kind of was Rescue Rangers. All the characters were in it.
Right. I mean, they kind of were like. It mostly focuses on Chip and Dale. There's cameos and then they leave.
But it was framed like the Rescue Rangers was a TV show that they were
Right.
filming, and so it wasn't really a Rescue Rangers movie. It was a Chip and Dale movie. But I thought it was all right. It was funny for what it was.
56K Warning says, I didn't read the book, but the movie's still my top favorite of all time. So there you go. You're wrong, Blinded.
Top favorite of all time?
All time.
That's like Spielberg's worst movie, in my opinion. This is garbage.
What worse than Indy 4?
Yeah.
Really?
In my
It
opinion,
is
yeah.
It's a fine movie.
It's almost like he didn't even direct the movie.
Tommy says it was all hollow, awful movie, Chip and Dale.
Nah, the references are kind of funny.
Blinded
That's why he
liked it
was
because it
like-
was his era.
I know all you guys are always gonna say that as an excuse. If I hate it and it's old or it's like nostalgia bait, it must be because I'm too.
Well,
young.
nostalgia only works if you have nostalgia for it, right?
Right, but I generally do not even care for nostalgia things. Like
I
It's
generally
shit.
don't either, but Ready Player One.
I even said No Way Home. I didn't like No Way Home. That's supposed
Yeah,
to
you
be
did.
my nostalgia. So yeah.
Well, there wasn't really though, was it? Because were you not just born when the 2002
No.
Spider-Man came out?
I didn't see the 2002 one in theaters, but I saw the second one in theaters.
But would you have been very young at the time?
Yeah, I would have been really young. But that was like I'm pretty sure I said this. I said that was probably like the first movie in the theater when I was a kid that I was like, oh, I want to make movies because of Spider-Man 2. I'm not sure if I said that, but yeah.
The first movie I saw in the theaters was Ghostbusters, and it made me want to get out of the theater.
Oh man.
Apparently,
Oh,
the
man.
Chip and Dale movie is actually called Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
I thought it was called something else.
I just thought it was Chip and Dale. Tommy Amico's it's like Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is a 2022 American live-action animated adventure comedy film based on the characters Chip and Dale and a continuation of the animated TV series of the same name.
Mhm.
It's a Rescue
I liked
Rangers
it.
movie, guys. That's the title.
I liked how Monty was like a drunk, like on cheese. It's quite
Yeah,
good.
he was like almost like a
Like a crack addict.
yeah.
Orange Bicep says, I like American Graffiti, and that was from an era I never lived in. My dad always talks about that movie.
It's okay.
All right, we got to get to this because Metacritic is burning itself to the ground.
Oh God.
Metacritic improving moderation after abusive, disrespectful Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores reviews. We are currently evolving our process and tools. So if you guys aren't familiar with Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores, it is a DLC for the Horizon Forbidden West game. This game is available on both PS4 and PS5, but
Not the DLC.
the DLC is only available on PS5. And that's why they got all these reviews that were bad, because PS4 owners were pissed that they would make DLC for a game they own, but not be available on the console that they own.
Or Was it because Aloy kissed another girl?
No, no one gives a shit about that. Everyone knew she was gay from like from the moment Sony said she's a female protagonist. Oh, she's gay.
She was okay in the first one. The second one, I don't know what happened to her character.
And I'm pretty sure they even tell you in the game that like she's cloned from like a lesbian. So
There isn't enough lesbians in games. Let's be honest.
The Horizon games are not that great anyway, but
Psychic Max liked them.
I hate those games.
I haven't played them.
The first one, the story, I just like her character in the first one is okay, like I was saying, but in the second one, good lord, she became like what people criticize for Rey, but like 10 times worse.
I can't get into it. I gave up on it quite quick, I think.
All right. So fandom has responded to Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores' recent review bombing on Metacritic. Please note there will be spoilers for Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores below.
That's okay.
Why is everything a review bomb? Why is it never just like, hey, fans are consumers are giving you their criticism, right? We went through this the other night in the Neighborhood Watch, right? When people have negative things to say, it's not necessarily because they're being assholes. Maybe they're actually saying something you should listen to.
Well, if they don't match genuine critics, then it's a review bomb. But what do they call it when it's the opposite?
Well,
when
I think
critics hate it.
It's a review bomb because they storm a website and they just flood it with negative reviews.
I've seen Stoned Aged. It's a good movie. No, they call it a review bomb because it's against something that you're supposed to like, right? This is like, hey, you're supposed to like Horizon Forbidden West because it's a very left-leaning political game that's ours, and you can't be mad at it. Oh, you mean Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy? No, that's not a review bomb. That's just us telling a turf where she can stick it.
But I mean, that's what a review bomb is, though. Is when
No, but what I'm saying is, Blinded, if you listen to these critics, these websites, they'll literally say that if you go and criticize the Harry Potter Hogwarts game, that's not a review bomb. Even if 100 people did it, even if 10,000 people did it,
stupid.
They go, that's not a review bomb because they deserve the criticism. But if it's something that like this, or like, oh, if you're like, hey, I'm very upset, the Marvels, right? That's review bombing the Marvels trailer, right? That's bad. You can't dislike the Marvels trailer. You can't genuinely dislike it, is what they're trying to say. Oh, but this thing, because we generally don't like J.K. Rowling or Chris Pratt is too religious, so it's okay to, everybody go and dislike this trailer. That's okay. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. It's a double standard that they have. It's only a review bomb when it's against the things that the media has decided is good. Mm-hmm. It's like they said there was a review bomb Game of Thrones last season.
Right. The final season.
Thanks, Tony. Stoned Age is great. It is. It's fantastic. Horizon Forbidden West's DLC Burning Shores released last week with many praising its visuals and smooth gameplay performance. Mm-hmm. Didn't it have a whole bunch of problems on like PC?
The game's not. You're talking about the second game?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
the second game's not on PC.
It's not?
No, it's on PS4 and PS5. It's only the first one got released on PC. Sony doesn't do day and date on PC.
Hasn't the second one been out for a while though?
Last year, February.
Yeah,
it'll probably.
It was in contention for last year's
Game of the Year,
Game Awards. Yeah,
even though it's a crap game, but okay. He's got to Google it, but it's
blinded review bombing it there.
Maybe that's why they're review bombing, because it's not on PC. I could have sworn someone said it was having performance issues.
It did have performance issues though.
And it's really short, like this DLC, apparently.
Yeah, which, I mean, the game is like the main story is almost like 50 hours long.
Yeah. But I'm saying,
is that not good though? 50 hours is pretty decent, right?
I guess, but like,
I mean, Final Fantasy VII was like 70.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
that
is
was a long game.
This DLC is like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's short.
But they're always like that. DLCs are always short.
Yeah, but I think it's like
not necessarily.
How much is the DLC?
On the whole,
for a game like this, I would say 3 hours is kind of short. So it's a
take
RPG.
your time. Take lots of breaks. Take lots of water breaks.
Well, that's the problem with Horizon. Like the side quests, the story, it's not that interesting. Like it's not like Witcher or Fallout or Cyberpunk. Like they're very bare bones side quests.
It's $20 for a 3-hour experience.
Mhm.
That's expensive.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like for 20, like if it was a $5.99 or $4.99 DLC, like but I think people were like pissed because it's $20 for 3 hours.
Mhm.
And then,
Well,
like I said, it's not a PS4.
is this the only DLC for it?
No, maybe.
Has there been more before?
I
'Cause they'll bundle
think as
them
of
together.
right now, I think that is the only DLC.
They'll probably do more and they'll bundle them together eventually. I never buy
I
games
don't
at full
know if
price
they've
anyway.
announced that they're going to do more DLCs because they are working on the online. There's like 2 online Horizon games, and then they just announced they're making a third one. And then there's a rumor that they're going to remaster the first game for PS5, which is
Of course they
absolutely
are.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did they do like what Call of the Mountain or something? Isn't there like a
Yeah, then
VR
there's
game?
the VR game, yeah. But I don't think that's a Guerrilla game. I think that's a different studio.
But is it canon to the?
Yeah, it is. It is.
So that's gonna piss people off.
They're going all in on this franchise. It's kind of weird because I feel like it's the weakest of the newest PlayStation franchises.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Is there more DLC? No, it's just the one right now.
Hmm. I think the first one only had 1 DLC, or maybe it had 2. I don't remember. I know it was in the winter.
Sony with re-releases of games. Is this your king, Tony? This is my king. That's how they make all their money. I mean, they re-released what? Fucking Last of Us like 6 times already.
Mm.
Yeah.
But basically, this article is trying to frame that the only reason people are giving it negative scores is because she kisses a girl. Not, the game is great. It's fantastic DLC. There's no other reason people might be upset.
I'm also kind of confused too because, I mean, I guess you could say they're still in the wrong, but I'm pretty sure they did say that DLC wasn't gonna come to the PS4 because of the support promise that they said like after 2022 they're not gonna really support the PS4. So, I mean,
So it's your own fault for buying it.
kind of. I mean, they gave you. I mean, I don't want to make excuses for them because it is still kind of shitty. But I mean, like if you bought a PS4 version of the game, they basically gave you the PS5 version, right? So they're trying to get you to buy the PS5 version.
Well, that in itself is good because when you do eventually upgrade to the PS5, and you will,
Right.
it'll be there waiting for you. It's not like you're gonna have to go buy it again, which could be.
Right.
They could have done that.
Yeah, they could have. I mean, this is Sony after all.
My 1-inch bicep says my negative score because she didn't eat at the Y. So let's see. However, one plot point has led to the game being review bombed on Metacritic, where the DLC currently sits with a 3.2 user rating. Previously, Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shore saw its user rating drop to as low as 2.7. During the events of Burning Shore, Aloy meets Sekka, an ambitious marine of the Quen tribe who has stepped up to help her people survive. Ahead of DLC's release, Sekka was touted as the character that would be Aloy's equal, with actress Ashley Birch even saying Aloy may have met her match. Towards the end of the Burning Shore, there is the choice to make this match a more romantic one, and players can select the dialogue option that will lead Aloy and Sekka sharing a kiss. And it is this, for some reason, that several critics over at Metacritic have taken umbrage with. Several guys, not all of them. Right? We started with a review bomb, and now it's just several critics, which seems like a smaller number, right? And here we're just going to show one single comment. Aloy, lesbian? What are you doing, Sony and Guerrilla? Really? Stop doing it with your characters. Reads one review. Another adds, stop pushing those Farkin woke agenda upon gamers. We only want to play the game, not be shoved with politics or gay. 2, they highlighted two comments, And I'm not even sure it's from the different review. Knowing them, it might actually all be in the same review, right? It might be one fucking review with 2 comments on it.
Yeah.
Show me, like, if you're gonna go through this, right? This is what I don't understand. Like, if you're gonna go through this, make an article and saying that this is the reason, then you should have a fucking screenshot. Like, look at all these reviews saying all this horrendous homophobic shit, right?
Right.
Go,
but it's also kind of stupid that these people are complaining.
Yeah, but isn't it?
Lie.
It is stupid, right?
Because you don't actually have to kiss her in the game, from what I understand. It's like an option.
But
there's not even a lot of people complaining. It's like a couple.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even if it's stupid, right? Even if it's stupid, is it not their right?
Yeah, they can post it. Doesn't mean it's not stupid, but yeah.
No, I'm saying I agree it's stupid, but I mean, for them to be like, well, no, you shouldn't be able to. We're going to make sure that you can't have a negative review score based on this, right? It's like, look, if I don't think, if my beliefs are, I don't think that wizards are real, and I'm like, hey, Harry Potter game is stupid because wizards aren't real, and they're like, hey, no, that doesn't count. You're anti-wizard, you're wizard phobic, so we're going to remove your review. Right. I'm like, no, that's my opinion. I played the game, I bought the game.
You're right. If the game is generally good, but that ruins it for them, that one thing ruins it for them, who are you to tell them that it hasn't ruined it for them?
Yeah,
that's their opinion. Right. Yeah, if somebody wants to say they don't like the game just because of that one element
of Metacritic, is it like Rotten Tomatoes? Have they changed it?
No, I think that's what they're moving toward. But I think anybody can go into Metacritic. You don't have to prove that you own the game. Right. I think that's one of the problems.
Yeah, because you could just flood it, and it's like you didn't even play the game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're free to have that opinion.
But I'm saying they're not saying, the argument that should be made is, I don't think these people bought the game, or people who didn't buy the game are flooding the thing, right? That's an argument to be made. But to be like, that opinion that I don't agree with shouldn't be allowed to be expressed on this website.
Yeah, that's like, when you start getting problems.
Yeah, that's when you start getting fascist, right? That's when you're like, hey, you have to agree. It has to be, you can be critical, but only in a way that we think is okay.
Right.
Like, I don't live in China, right? I'm allowed to say shit, even if you don't like it, even if you disagree with it. I mean, I don't know how it is over in Canada, where you're not even allowed to protest against gay protesters, right? You can't anti-protest if it's LGBTQ protesters, which is just fucked up, in my opinion.
Can't protest, eh?
No, you could protest. Here's the thing. In Canada, because I know they just did a law. If you protest, that's fine.
He knows because they did a law.
No, I'm saying they just made a law. It was like they had fucking Trudeau, and he was like all proud of it. It's like they're no longer allowing. So if LGBTQ protesters are protesting, you cannot anti-protest. You can't protest their protest. You'll be arrested.
Right.
But if you're protesting, if you're protesting, right? If I'm like, hey, I hate NBC, right? And they're like, a bunch of gays are like, we hate you for hating NBC because NBC loves gays. That's okay. They can protest your protest. You can't protest their protest.
Right.
How's that?
Is this true, Blinded?
I have no clue. I don't keep up with.
Is your Trudeau doing this?
Is just stupid. I wouldn't put it past him. I don't know if it's a bill that went through, because Tony's like trying to make it seem like it's an official law. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to do the research. It doesn't. It's not this works the same way as the States.
No, it probably works very similar to the UK.
Yeah, they have to. They propose a bill.
So Parliament,
it was a proposed bill.
You're Canadian.
I don't know.
Canada's all about that crack. I seen
you would have to Google it. You've seen the headline. I mean, this is Tony logic again. I seen the headline, but before it's all about research. But I mean, I wouldn't put it past him though.
I didn't research into it. I just seen.
No.
But I wouldn't put it past him. Steven Crowder, who is really evil, told me it's true. So.
Oh boy, he's in a whole load of controversy right now. Oh boy.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Here is Metacritic fandom's statement regarding Horizon Forbidden West's Burning Shores review bombing in full. Fandom is a place of belonging for all fans, and we take online trust and safety very seriously across our sites, including Metacritic. Metacritic is aware of the abusive and disrespectful reviews of Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores, and we have a moderation system in place to track violations of our terms of use. Our team reviews each and every report of abuse, including but not limited to racist, sexist, homophobic, insults to other users, etc. And if violations occur, the reviews are removed. We are currently evolving our process and tools to introduce stricter moderation in the coming months. So basically, they're putting the lockdown. All this is going to do, this is stupid, right? Because all this is going to do is I'm like, okay, when you go review bomb this, make sure you don't mention X, Y, or Z, right? Just put like performance. Like, why did you hate it? Performance. Give it a 1. What did you solve? What problem did you fix? Metacritic, nothing. You fixed nothing. Bret Hart, Canadian hero, was singing the. I think he means singing the praises of crack in his book, not signing the praises. Come on, win his biceps.
He was singing the praises of crack.
Yeah. Also, apparently, I don't know if this is true. 1-inch biceps can fact check me on this, but I'm pretty sure in one of the books by one of the Hart wives, they basically said that Jim the Anvil Neidhart and the British Bulldog used to drug their wives so they could anally rape them.
Oh, God.
Lucky the two of them are both dead now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the two guys, I don't know about the wives. I don't know. I don't want to.
So. Anyway, have you seen the Steven Crowder shit that came out blinded?
That's why I mentioned it, yes.
Did you see the video?
I seen the video.
Oh my God, the video is horrendous. I don't know how anybody. I don't know if you have you seen the video, Finbar?
I don't even know who this is.
No.
Steven Crowder is I think he's Canadian, right?
I thought he was like American Canadian.
Try to pass the blame off on each other.
He's only like trying to get like he's sort of Canadian.
He's yours.
I don't think. I mean, he definitely doesn't like us, so he's more American. Let's keep it real.
He also was the voice of
in Arthur. What's his name? The Brain. That always cracks me up.
So Steven Crowder came to prominence. He was on a panel with like Amy Schumer, and like from there he kind of like built up because he started off as a comedian and then shifted into a political
comedian.
Why do comedians always go nuts?
Because they're not good, and so they can't make a living off of it.
So then he shifted over into like political comedy, satire, whatever you want to call it. Well, recently, he's had some issues come up. They've cropped up. He's getting divorced. Owen Benjamin, like a while back, was hinting.
Benjamin.
Yeah, because Owen Benjamin used to be on his show a lot.
Right. Oh, boy.
So Owen Benjamin was hinting at one point that Crowder was gay.
Which, I mean, kind of makes sense.
Who's Owen Benjamin? What's his significance?
He's
a comedian
now crazy.
that was on the show. On Steven
Another
Crowder's
comedian who went crazy.
Yes. He says a lot of crazy shit. Let's be honest.
Anyway, here's the video. We're gonna watch the video in full. This is from a Ring camera. So this is Steven Crowder here sitting, smoking a cigar. This is his 8 months pregnant wife. And apparently they're having an argument because the wife, who's pregnant, says that she does not want to handle the dog's medication because she's afraid that the medication might affect the pregnancy. And Steven Crowder said, well, bitch, just wear gloves.
Don't worry, Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you.
Is this the beginning or no?
Steven, he's
Oh, this isn't even the full video. Hold on. Let me get the full video. Because the full video is even worse.
He doesn't start beating her up, does he? This pregnant woman.
No,
Okay.
It's just verbal abuse.
He went inside and said
verbal abuse.
When he got inside the house after the video was over, he basically screamed, "I will fuck you up."
Yeah, but you didn't hear that though. They just came across on the screen. I was like, damn, kind of.
Yeah, but you missed the part at the end when he said the ass.
Yes.
pretty sure that's not. I don't think that's what happened.
No, man.
How do you know?
Because the wife divorced him.
Yeah, but maybe afterwards.
Well, I think this is an old security camera, right? Because this
Yeah.
was intentionally leaked. So this is being used in court, probably, is my guess.
Well, that's part of the problem here. So some people were like, "This is bullshit. Why is this being? You shouldn't see this. This is not a video that you're supposed to have been seeing, right?"
Right.
And other people were like, "Dude, he was fucking verbally abusing his wife. What does it matter?"
I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car.
They only have one car. He's rich, by the way. They only have one car.
This mansion where you could see a pool, they only have one car. Crazy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's not a reasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. Other than that, you see the love of that. I know. Other than that, so you're not taking the car. You're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You are not.
then I
taking
will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
the car. Right?
It's not about Stephen.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Stephen, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Stephen.
Like I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't go. I can't be home. You're gonna take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. Either.
I
This is a
understand.
story.
I'm like being set to the second and you're going to be back when I'm back.
Stephen,
The only way out of it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, and we're at an impasse.
we are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline and respect.
Stephen,
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up.
Hillary,
Stephen,
you give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse. Okay, I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit. Okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've
No,
never
boy.
seen love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife.
As a wife.
Hillary, come on now.
I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage anymore. I'm gonna go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not gonna.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to it. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves.
I need to.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are
He
you
wants
committed
his
enough to do
pregnant
those
wife to walk the dogs
things?
and put it on.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are
This is
you
what
committed
happens
enough
when
to
people
do
take
those
Canadian
things?
gamers' advice.
No, you take Betty.
Yeah, this part you don't hear. It's just on the screen.
Because I don't think that part was in. Obviously, you can't.
You couldn't hear it, right? Yeah, because.
But he said it in the court papers or something that he admitted to it.
Right. Okay.
She's probably regretting getting pregnant.
Well, they were married for quite a while, though. They were married since what? I think it was 2012. And I think that recording is 2021.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit weird.
Long time, yeah.
There's a lot of weird things.
She needs to have a fact sheet of how committed she is. Yeah.
Do they have other kids? Do we know?
No, it's just those kids. They're twins, I think.
No, that's what I mean. Like, what? She was pregnant with twins there.
Yeah.
Or Right. Okay.
This is why I don't get involved in other people's relations. I don't get involved either, but it's out there.
Mm.
Right.
But I was just so flabbergasted. There's people out there defending it, saying that we don't know. We shouldn't judge. We shouldn't judge.
They kind of, I mean, those are fanboys. Let's be real.
No, I'm Tim Pool.
Oh,
Fucking,
boy.
you know, people in the right, quote unquote.
Like I could
LGBT.
kind of see like you saying like we don't know the entire context, even though there's bits and pieces of it. But the things he says in it look really bad, regardless.
They sound
They're
like
like,
they
ooh.
sound like it's things he normally says. It's not. Doesn't sound like something out of the ordinary.
And
it sounds
there's
like
a lot
it's-
of weird things too. Like you don't have
What's
a
up,
second
Nerdette?
car. Like
Yeah.
most middle class people have a second car.
Well, because it's all about control. You
Yeah,
only
that's
have
what I
one car,
mean.
she can't go nowhere.
Yeah, it's really weird.
He has enough money to have mics on security cams with no second car.
Yeah,
Well, that's the other thing. He knows there's a security cam there. He knows he's so comfortable in doing this in his behavior, right?
Right.
That he's not even worried. He was at the time. He wasn't even worried.
Yeah, but how did that leak out? Did she leak it out, or was
Court
this just
proceedings.
court? The court. Okay, so they demanded the footage.
Well, they got divorced, and probably she was citing verbal abuse and blah 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 blah.
Right.
right.
So they had to pull footage. But yeah, like when it comes to pregnant women, like even if I don't like you, right? If I hate you, but if you're pregnant, I'm like, oh, what do you need? Let me get it for you, right? Because the last thing you want is like, yeah, go walk the dog and have the dog pull you too hard, fall on your fucking belly, and kill the kids, right?
Yeah, but he's the kind of guy to blame her for that. It sounds
Or
like
the dog jumps up on her and knocks her over or something, right?
Right.
It's like who like, and it's his kid, right? Like that's what's like astounding.
yeah, he
Right.
sounds like a scumbag, man.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but he sounds like a scumbag.
He's done other weird things as well. Like that one where he
You're
pushes
not
the guy.
committed. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he seems like a giant scumbag. I would not defend this at all. I would just be like, it's not one of us. Not one
Yeah,
of
but,
mine.
but you're not shocked, right? There are people out there that will literally defend anything that some people do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, nothing surprising.
there's always going to be somebody defending the most horrific shit.
Yeah. That's a
Famous
great
people,
point.
even famous people.
Yeah.
Hold on. Someone's DMing me on Twitter. All these people DM me.
Probably a dick pic again.
Well, that's why I'm paying attention to it.
He needs to say an AI created footage. Man.
That might work.
You could say it's satire.
Oh, geez, yeah, it'd be nice to the
It was
pregnant women to make
Skynet.
some
Yeah.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, right? This goes back to what I was saying a couple weeks ago about, you know, how humans are biologically wired not to kill other humans, right?
Mhm.
Men, and I know this is going to upset some people because I'm using gender, but men are biologically wired to protect pregnant women because as a species, right, in order for humans to live and flourish through the generations, right, pregnant women had to survive. Their children have to survive in order to have more humans, right? I know, shocking that's how life goes on. But the thing is, like other animals, like, you know, a cat has a litter of kittens, right? So if 2 or 3 of those fuckers die, that's not a big deal, right? Humans have one every 9 months, right? You kind of have to make sure that thing lives, right? So the pregnant women usually protected pretty well, treated pretty well. They need extra nutrients. You give them extra attention. You make sure that kid is going to be A-okay. That's human nature. It's biologically wired into us. So when you see shit like this, you know there's something fucked up with that guy's brain.
Yeah.
Remember, don't marry someone to get laid. If the goodies have to be unlocked like that, run. Yeah.
I think that's exactly what happened though in his case. Because he's a devoted Christian, right?
Yeah. Steven, not he trying to send her an Uber so he can sit there and smoke his crackly cigar. No, he doesn't want her to take an Uber because he's losing control. That's why she's like, well, I'll take an Uber. He's like, no. Shut up, Tony. You have a prego. No, I don't. I do not. I have the opposite. I will take care of a pregnant lady. I will not like sleep with her. Like, oh no. I might poke the baby's eye out. I don't want to be responsible for the baby having a big old dent in his forehead.
No, man.
Kids are like Pokemon. If yours beats up another one, you get to keep it. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, in the video, she's like, "I'm gonna take Uber." He tells her no. That's why she's like, "Well," that's why she was like, "Well, I'll take the car. What do you need? I'm gonna take the car." He's like, "No, you can't have the car because then I can't go nowhere." Like, fucker, you're not going anywhere. You're sitting there smoking fucking cigars.
Right.
And again, I know it's open. I know it's like on a patio, but at the very least, stop smoking the cigar when the pregnant lady comes around, right? Because the smoke could still be blown in towards her face. You could still breathe it in. Still fuck up the child that is yours.
Mm.
Just fucked up. Just fucked up. Anyway, that's our political spiel for the day. And I know I had to say something because Tony's right wing, and if I don't say anything about this right wing guy being a dick, 100 people will make videos saying how
Tony defends. Yeah. Tony defends chauvinistic behavior.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, let's see. So I put up some polls, and man, I did not realize how mad people were going to get.
I didn't even see any.
Wait, what are people mad about now?
People are this community. First off, you guys need to stop being mad, right? There's only 5 choices. 5. I'm only allowed to put 5 things on a YouTube poll, right? And people are like, "Why didn't you include this game? Why didn't you include?" I'm like, 5. It's 5.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Right. So, let's get to it. First off, 6 days ago, my head was pounding. I have been free.
That's
of
the withdrawal.
for
Yeah.
over a week.
Oh my god.
No monsters, no caffeine, no soda, no monster, no coffee.
Are you sleeping longer now? You having more hours sleep
No.
or not?
Same
You're still only sleeping 3 hours a night.
Yeah, except for the weekend. The weekend I sleep a little extra. It's like 5 hours on the weekend.
Oh god.
Is the headaches gone though?
Yeah.
And the pancreas is probably not kicking you every 5 seconds as well.
It never was. My pancreas was never acting up.
Not yet.
It didn't eat it. It ate itself, so I just don't have a pancreas. You spelled Soul Calibur wrong. Such disrespect. You spelled Soul Calibur wrong too. You put Sold Calibur.
No.
Tony has confronted his demons, and I won.
He'll be back in a week.
Yeah, you're not out of the woods yet, mate. What are you, a week? A week into it.
Oh god.
I made it.
How can you? I still can't believe you drink Monster or anybody drinks.
Did you
Monster.
Did you see how many he drunk?
Yeah, I think that's fucking dangerous. It's fucking scary.
I put that he could build a fucking Megazord with the cans. Did you see all the cans? All the different colours. All the different colours look like the different parts of the Megazord.
Well, that was just the cans you've seen from that, like.
Yeah, I know. That's all we knew about.
Good
because that's all that could fit on that one table that you showed.
No, once it fills up, I would smash them and then start filling it back up.
Scary.
I'm drinking a can right now. I'm
Why?
on the street. You got any Monster shaking?
Good Lord.
All right. So here are the weekly polls. All right. So 5 days ago, are retro video games re-releases on modern hardware equal to playing on original hardware? Because everyone's always got to play it on original hardware. Got to play it on original hardware, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was playing the Disney Afternoon Collection, and I was just wondering, like, how do people feel about that? Is it equal? Because obviously, you don't need a CRTV, right? If the emulation is up to snuff, is it fine? Does it count as playing the game? Some people are like, no, if you don't play it on original hardware, it's not the same. And 39%, it's a squeaker, says yes, it's equal. At 36%, no, it's much worse. And at 25%, no, it's way better. So what do you think, Finbar? Original
I don't-
hardware or modern console re-releases?
Listen, I have no real preference, but what I'll say is there is going to come a point at sometime in the future where the original hardware is no longer an option. It will just degrade to the point where it can't be repaired, or I think NES cartridges have got a certain shelf life where they go beyond repairing. So you're going to have to play it on one of these collections like what Tony was playing it on. And you're going to have to just get used to it. And also CRT TVs, sure, those CAFL ray tubes, they've also got some kind of life on them where they'll be gone one day and you won't be able to get them repaired or replaced. Right?
Yeah.
So
When it
get
says,
used to it.
well, on original hardware, you can't rewind, I'm not talking about. Michael Towns has a good question. I want to see Monster make a tiny can, call it Pocket Monsters, and see how they handle court. In about 10 years, 50% of all sealed WATA 1010 games will have disc ride inside.
Yeah.
It's not about playing them. You don't buy a WATA 1010 game because you're going to play it, right?
Yeah, but it's no longer a 1010 if it's all rotted inside, is it?
It doesn't matter. It's about what the outside looks like.
Mm.
You just never open the
grading
WATA.
games. This grading game stuff's it's a joke, man.
It's like baseball cards and everything else, right? All right. So I said, who made the best game? There was only 69 votes for that retro game question, but there's 130 votes for who made the best games for the NES. Obviously, not Nintendo. I don't know why people went in the comments and put Nintendo. Nintendo's not even an option. It was out of these companies. I should have said out of these 5 companies, because obviously Nintendo is number one on Nintendo hardware, right? Data East, Capcom, Acclaim, LGN, and Konami. Number one, taking it home, was Capcom. Coming in second at 33% was Konami. Surprisingly, LGN was at third place with 6%.
What were people smoking?
Data East, 5%, and then Acclaim at 2%.
Oh, man.
Let's see what some of these comments here. So we got 27 of them. Amish Sharu says, I was about to say Konami because I'm a huge Castlevania fan, but then Dr. Wily's theme started playing in my head. I agree.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
You're asking a really good question. I guess for me, since Castlevania 3 on Famicom is my favorite title on the platform, I'm going to go with Konami. I love classic Vania design so much. Extra Hero says, if this ain't the most retro gamer question I've ever seen in my life. Dragon Chaser Kev, since my fave game were Dragon Warrior, I have to be honest, say Enix by a mile and Nintendo second, Konami third maybe. I'd say Konami had more bigger games. LGN made Maximum Carnage, but still gets my point.
Did Data East do Double Dragon?
I believe so.
And that got beaten by LGN.
There's a lot of LGN defenders.
There's a lot of fucked up people out there, man. Do people not remember how much fucking hair they tore out playing LGN games?
I can't even remember if I played any LGN games.
You would have played like Terminator and all of that shit, wouldn't you?
All right, so if we're on the NES, Data East had Bump and Jump, Karate Champ, Tag Team Pro Wrestling, Karnov. I love fucking Karnov. Kid Nicky, Radical Ninja, Ring King. That's another good one.
Carnob and Ring King.
Rampage. Bad Dudes. Caveman Games. Werewolf, The Last Warrior. Bo Jackson Baseball. Captain America and the Avengers. Joe and Mac. So I don't know why. What did LGN have? Let's see.
So they didn't do Double Dragon then?
No.
Who did Double Dragon?
If I find out it's LGN, would you change your mind now?
It's not going to be fucking LGN, is it?
I don't know. They don't have a list of just NES games, but I think it's the Karate Kid, Jaws, Town and Country Surf Designs, Major League Baseball, Friday the 13th. Look at that. Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the X-Men.
LGN equals Funko Pop. That's
Tommy's
pretty
saying
accurate.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Tommy's saying Technos. Do you mean Tecmo? Is that what he means?
No, Technos is a company. Let's see,
Is it?
Double Dragon. We're losing all our gamer cred.
Tecmo
no idea.
sounds more likely.
It was Technos Japan developed it, and it was Taito was the publisher.
Oh, title. That's the one I was thinking of.
Hmm.
Well done, Tommy. Obviously, Tommy's not too high right now. You can
Mhm.
reach back into his memory.
And Joshua Perez says down with LJN.
Yes.
Do they have
Down
a
to
Data
hell.
East? There's no Data East Defender. There's an LJN Defender because it's a better company. LGN beating Acclaim and Data East. That's great. The LJN Defender, Jesse Views. JM De Los Santos. LJN was the best software company according to the Angry Video Game Nerd. Capcom,
Well,
no question, and also for the SNES. Konami
LGN
for
did,
me.
LGN did a lot of business for the Angry Video Game Nerd, though, didn't it?
Yeah, I think he didn't mean that because I put really I never watched AVGN. He said just kidding. He lambasted LJN for more than a decade due to their poor quality of games.
Yeah, he made his fortune from them. So
Sean Bernard said Nintendo. Tommy Uyamiko didn't understand the question. He also said Nintendo. Specky Horace says Konami for me. Contra, Gradius, Castlevania, Track and Field, TMNT. Yeah. All right, so this is when we started getting into the controversy. Which is the best RPG franchise? I can't edit. For some reason, you can't edit polls, but whatever. Final Fantasy, Phantasy Star, Shining Force, Suikoden, or Dragon Warrior / Dragon Quest.
why is this getting people mad?
Because
There was
include-
options missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should just word it. What's the best out of these five?
Yeah, with that question, with those,
And then if anybody in the comments starts going, "Oh, you missed this," because they never fucking put it on the list, just answer the question. Which one of those five?
So Final Fantasy far away ahead. 60%.
Yeah, that was mine.
I think Final Fantasy was great until 13. I think after 13, it just went downhill. I played every single Final Fantasy game. Loved it. Always looked forward to it when there was a new one. After 13, just stopped.
Did you even play Tactics on the PlayStation?
And Tactics Advanced on Game Boy.
Damn.
Anything Final Fantasy, I was there. Then I played 13 and it was shit. It was so fucking bad. I even played the, what was it, X2, the one with the dress spheres?
Yeah.
I didn't play that shit.
It was 11 that turned me off. I didn't like it that it was MMO. I didn't want that.
Tactic Advance is amazing. See, look at Michael Thomas is mad. Lufia best series, Lufia 2. There's only 2. Is that really a franchise at that point, right? Not even a series. It's 2 games. Crisis Core for PSP was great. I've never played that one. There's a lot of other, like Lufia's had some good games. I know in the comments someone mentions Persona, but Persona is not really the franchise either.
Mm-hmm.
Notice I use the word franchise.
Why wouldn't Persona not be a franchise?
Because it's a spin-off from
Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei.
What? I'm
Shin
confused.
Megami
What is
Tensei.
the criteria of a franchise then?
Okay, do you know what Happy Days is, right?
Right.
Joni and Chachi would not be a franchise in and of itself. It's part of the Happy Days franchise, right?
However, but you could argue that show that you've just mentioned, and I don't know it, was the only one. It was the only show, right?
Who is
There's no
putting?
other-
All I want to know is who is putting arbitrary semantics. It's Tony, right?
Yeah.
I
It's
would
not
call
an agreed
Persona.
upon
I would
thing.
call Persona on its own a franchise
Yeah, there's
because it said multiple
games.
entries. Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei is also a franchise in of itself. Whether the other one is a spin-off of it is irrelevant. It's still a franchise.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well, then I would
could you
just the
name
list would
another
just be
example?
the list would just be fucking Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, Digital Devil Summoner, Devil Kids, and
Well, you could just put
Jack
Shin
Brothers.
Megami
I could
Tensei
literally
slash
fill the
Persona
list
slash.
with just
No,
the
no,
spin-offs.
You
of
could
the
add
fucking
all.
Shin
You could add
Megami
all them.
franchise.
You could add all them as one option and have like Shin Megami Tensei slash Persona slash all the other spin-offs.
A spin-off. So you're saying a spin-off can't be a franchise if it has multiple entries? Does
No,
that
it's part,
mean
it's
it
part
makes
of the other
sense?
franchise. It's part of the bigger franchise.
But it
Nah, I
would be a
believe it can.
It's
spin-off
like is
franchise.
Spider-Man is Spider-Man a franchise? Or is
Yeah.
Spider-Man part of the Marvel franchise?
I would say
Spider-Man had
Spider-Man is
several
a
comics. It had
franchise.
like 6 different comics, right? But it wasn't like
Yeah.
the Spider-Man comic franchise.
I would class
No,
Spider-Man as
they
a
were-
franchise.
Yeah, it is. It has merchandise. It's one of the top-selling merchandise. Well, why wouldn't it be
But it's
considered
all
a
under
franchise?
the Marvel umbrella, isn't it?
Well, you could argue that
that
Marvel is not a
specific
franchise.
character-
You could argue that Marvel is wider under the wider Disney umbrella, meaning that Disney's the franchise.
It's a franchise. Once you start selling either merchandise, you have multiple entries, you cross over to different mediums, and
So
it's
we're a
just one
franchise now?
character. Sure.
Yeah, we're a franchise. We're a multimedia conglomerate. Everybody was getting angry at a different question, and we're starting to get fucking mad at a different, another different one.
Well, because it's more semantic. That doesn't. I didn't really understand that.
Yeah, Tony's qualification for this is bullshit. I will agree with you.
All right. Michael Town said need more Lufia. Joshua Perez. What about Dragon Quest, which is Dragon Warrior? I should put Quest. I
Yeah, that
forgot
really
which
should
way
be
it
on
went. Genovi said Persona. Maestro Drake said Super Mario RPG is the best. And then Jork Richards also said Lufia. And I believe that's a Neil Breen.
It's
Picture.
Neil Breen. It is with him with the beard.
Yeah, it is.
So go back to the original question quickly, Tony. What was it? Well, how did you word it?
Which is the best RPG franchise?
I can't believe you haven't put Zelda on there. I'm going to agree with all these guys arguing in the chat, arguing in the comments. I think you were fucking having monster withdrawals at the time you came up with this one.
Well, 130 votes. That one only had 70. This had 130. What is the greatest gaming franchise? Fighting game franchise. What is the greatest fighting game franchise? Choices were Tekken, Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or King of Fighters. Street Fighter taking it home.
I don't know, man. It's going to be. I think it's going to lose that crown now after that fucking Street Fighter 6 demo.
I haven't played the demo. Is it bad?
I played it with Rosie, and her verdict was, "What's going on with all that paint all over the place?" I mean, do you know what I'm talking about, Blinded? Have you
I know what
tried
you're
it?
talking about. I haven't
Like,
tried the demo, but I know. What
Ryu
you're talking
punched
about.
the other guy, I forget his name, and a load of paint went everywhere. And she says,
Right.
"What's going on with this?" And I went, "I don't know." Do you want to play Street Fighter 5? Yeah, please.
Oh man.
1 Inch Bicep says Shane Douglas is the franchise. Doom poll best franchise within the franchise. Joshua Perez said Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. They also have Radical Dreamers. Don't forget, it's 3 games in that series. Zelda is an action puzzle game, not an RPG.
It is an RPG. Sorry.
Joshua Perez agrees. Zelda isn't really RPG.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, you're wrong.
Modern Warfare 3, best RPG.
That's also an RPG.
No man.
You're playing a role, right? Or not?
Right. Yeah.
Well, all games
I mean-
are you playing a role. If
Fucking
you're gonna
damn
go
right.
that,
So you should have put every title on that list.
every fucking game. All right, so second place for this was Mortal Kombat.
Mm.
Third place was Tekken, which is my favorite. I used to love Street Fighter. Street Fighter 3 was not great. Not great. I'm not gonna lie. Couldn't get into it.
Not even Third Strike. Not even the last
No.
one.
Once I switched over to Tekken, that was it.
No, okay.
I was never big on Mortal Kombat. I don't like the block button. Like almost
Yeah.
like 90% of all games that are fighting games don't use a block button. It's just
Yeah,
back.
it's just back. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the mechanics of Mortal Kombat either. The only thing I like about Mortal Kombat is the fatalities.
And we got Soul Calibur at 9%, and King of the Fighters, which is Bianca's favorite, only got 5%. This is where people were getting upset.
People are gonna.
I don't play many fighting games, but I adore King of the Fighters. All these are really good choices. I'm surprised more people didn't pick Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur is my favorite. That was my vote. CM Retro says, I'm torn on this one. Soul Calibur games are much are so much fun to play. I grew up with Street Fighter. Tekken is my favorite, but MK is the king. Street Fighter has to be the best known, but each has its own merit. Joshua Perez, Part 2 list should include Smash Bros, Dragon Ball Z, Virtual Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Dead or Alive. Bianca, only Chads know it's King of Fighters. Seriously, though, Virtual Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Calibur, the best fighting series for non-fighting games, but still. Smash Bros, am I joke to you?
I don't feel like that's. I'm not. I know it's a fighting game, but I don't feel like it's on the same level as the rest of them.
Yeah.
Right.
I put it is Extra Hero. Well, see if this stance of yours stands up to the slightest scrutiny. Should Mario Kart be listed in a choice of best racing games? If it should be, then being intellectually dishonest by not choosing Smash, and the punishment is unfortunately choosing Smash.
This is way too deep for this.
Yeah, I'm like, there were only 5 slots. Choices had to be made. Ironically, with that statement, you embodied the Smash Bros. Creator Sakurai. Whenever fighting game fans break the internet and the last Smash slot starts getting filled in, there were only 5 slots. Choices had to be made. Tell that to the kid who wanted Crash Bandicoot and Smash. He'll never get his hopes up again.
This reads like the letter that Stan was writing to Eminem.
Yeah. I said, okay, we will do a round 2. Joshua Perez says, yeah, Smash Bros. Is the second best selling fighting game franchise after Mortal Kombat.
They're going to find his car in the river with his wife in the boot.
I put, but Smash Bros. Melee only got a 2.5 out of 10 according to Time until Rico. Noah Jetty says Clay Fighters. And then JR also said Virtual Fighter. Come on, guys. Cut me some slack here.
I've always thought that Smash Brothers wasn't a fighting game, to be honest.
No, what would you call it? It's in its own. So it's
like
category, like a brawler. It's like a brawler
party.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like it is.
Smash Bros is dope, but it's like the Dota of fighting games.
Right.
Yeah. Smash Bros is definitely a fighting game, not in the traditional way, but still.
Nah, I don't know.
Sakurai just wants to walk into his tomb and rest already.
I would put, like, in all seriousness, when you're talking about the RPG one, and I would put Zelda on the list, but it's not an RPG in the same sense as what you meant when you put that list up. Because I know what you meant. You meant turn-based RPG, right? Basically, right.
But he just put the broad RPG.
Yeah. So I would say Smash is off the list as well because it's not that type of fighting game.
All right. So just as a reminder, 2 days ago we were doing the new show, The Neighborhood Watch, inspired by Potion Sword Run and his Neighborhood series. Again, it's not just me and people being negative about things, right? If you go like, hey, this is a really good video from Retro Bro, right? Retro Bro did a really good Sega video, but no one's really watching it. You guys should watch it. Right? Give it a little attention. We will look at things that are good and positive. And if something is really shitty, like, oh, this guy had a really dumb take, we'll also look at that too. But it's not necessarily meant to be a show of negativity or us being mean. Also, the show's open panel. But apparently people were scared last week because as part of the stream, we did review Saggy Melon's Fansly. That's right. We reviewed it. We talked about it. People on the panel actually got to see.
Yeah, I got to miss this.
The Fansly.
Good Lord.
She was soaping up them titties in one video. They're a lot perkier than you would think.
Oh my God.
She was there, right?
She was on panel with us.
God, how awkward would that have been?
It wasn't very awkward at all.
So what do you think of them? And I'll be like, the lovely.
She has some audio of her having an orgasm. There's an audio of her sucking dick.
Why? Just why?
Because money.
Yeah, money. That's
no. I mean,
guys,
was this played on stream?
About video games? Gosh, no. That was only played for the people in. I had used 2 StreamYards, so the people in the private StreamYards were seeing the content and giving their opinions. The people on the stream like this would only see the blocked content.
So you've not watched it back, Blinded?
No.
Watch it back. Who was it? Was it Mike Garcia? Was he on?
Mike
Garcia. No, it wasn't Mike Garcia. It was
who's that guy? Who's Mike G?
Mike G, intellectual Logical Raptors.
Logical, right?
He
right.
was
right,
awesome,
okay.
man.
We're here.
Oh man.
He was having Saggy, like, he was trying to get Saggy to sort of
What?
shut the page down and turn
Oh,
over
He
the
was
leaf.
like I'm all like titties, yeah, titties, and he's like, hey, so how does your boyfriend feel about being a cuck?
Oh my god.
So he's like, what? Yeah, other guys are looking at your tits. How does he feel about that? And like, oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
Like, he's a great commenter, but I was like, man, dude, you're being a wet blanket, right? It's like,
Yeah, I would have been whacking it, man. I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have been criticizing her.
Oh man.
Get Saggy's boyfriend for an interview. Oh.
I thought you played it on stream, like the ones that were like softcore.
No, man.
I
they
was
would
like,
fucking-
what?
YouTube would eat us. Get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
Tommy O says it was a cool episode with Saggy. It felt like Howard Stern. That's what I
Oh,
wanted. I wanted a
man.
little.
Yeah,
But man,
that's what it was like. Yeah,
Fapping with geeks. That might come soon, man. Relatively soon.
but it was great because it was like Mike G was like the Christian guy who has a go at the porn star.
What
it was,
the hell?
dude, you have to watch it. It was.
It was great. It was great. I was
got off
so
the
gutted I
rails.
missed it.
Oh my god.
CM Retro was there on panel. Potion Sword.
Oh
It was
boy.
fantastic. And we also went over CG's dating tips. So.
Oh my.
So yeah, apparently there's a new rule. I don't know if you guys missed it, but sadly, even though I think it's supposed to be even though I like a few, anyone and everyone with a few exceptions will be, even though I like a few, period, anyone and everyone with a few exceptions will be blocked just for having or talking to the frog, even if I lose a few people in here. So if you talk to the frog, you're all on the list. You've all made the list.
Yeah.
Retro Complex will now be blocking you on Twitter. Saggy got blocked. She was very upset. She didn't realize she got blocked. And
Oh shit, he just got fucking yeeted.
Who yeeted him? You.
I didn't know his internet went down. Someone
Train
got
passing.
him. Okay, he's back. He's back.
Why you-
Let me add him. Oh shit! What the hell's going on?
just keep
add
checking him.
himself back. I was adding him, and then he just.
Well, I'll add myself.
Oh man.
So yeah, you will be yeeted.
Got yeeted by Retro Complex.
Okay.
I was talking to the
Literally.
frog. I
Literally.
yeeted myself. All right. So 40 votes. Did you enjoy our new show, Neighborhood Watch?
Who says no?
38% said hell yes. 63% said no. I'm a soft snowflake.
The no option was a troll option.
Carla Costa, a Herbie Derby with the Herbie Derbies. And CM Retro said I hated it. Trolls, all these.
Oh man.
And Blinded, did you see the debut of our new stream got better after I left? Usually happens.
Oh my god.
YouTube got caught talking to the frog. That stream had a lot of moments. It did.
No man.
Yeah, when Sweet and Tender, he's like, I'm at a family dining experience. Sweet and Tender was on the panel.
There was some like it felt
What?
like scripted. It felt like scripted laugh out loud moments in that live stream.
Dude, we're
Because he's like,
sitting there
I'm in a
talking about
family
titties and
dining
shit.
experience right now. Like while Simon puts it up on the screen. So I'm gonna have to, and then Mike's giving it like, is your boyfriend happy with this, or you know? She's going, what else were they having a go at her about? The Amico. He started going on about the Amico, and it's like, dude, can we just look at boobs?
That's all, I was like, we're here to look at boobs.
Tommy lied to you. When are you going to admit it? Like, we're here to review our boobs, man. Come on.
Oh my god.
We also debuted the new warning.
The new warning.
Yeah, let me bring it up for you.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, here it is.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. What that means, Nancy, if you're one of those snowflake types that lives in your mama's basement, has no job skills and no real-world experience. A self-proclaimed social justice warrior that talks tough while sitting behind a keyboard, but wouldn't last 5 seconds backing up that tough talk face-to-face. Then, this program isn't for you. For the rest of us grown-ups, viewer discretion is advised.
Oh my god.
So there you go.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
56K says, I respect Carl too much to fat to Saggy's boobs.
Oh my god.
I don't.
All right. Well, that's everything for tonight. I think it was a good show. Solid show. Solid piece of business. Once again, thank you, AJ13, for the $30 super chat. We appreciate it. It really helps the channel. Helps us feel like what we're doing matters. Also, I like money. Blinded and Finbar will not be seeing any of this money. But they're very happy that you gave it to me.
Yeah.
Aren't you,
Oh
gentlemen?
boy.
Yeah, it's great.
No, but seriously.
And we encourage more.
Yeah. Seriously, though, I do appreciate it. It does, give me that encouragement. It makes me feel like what I do is actually matters and people actually do care. Because sometimes I wonder, sometimes I'm like, do people actually really give a shit or are they just here to fuck with me and see how far I'll take this? But we are on the road to 10,000. Currently, we have, what is this?
We're currently just in the driveway.
1,244. So we're getting there. We're getting there. It's slowly but surely, we're making our way to 10,000. We're going to get there. I have faith. I have faith. I care, Tony. Thank you. Thank you. Be excellent to each other. Exactly.
No, man.
You guys got anything to end the show with?
Did you see
Saggy's tits? Yes.
No, not that. Did you see the the Ram Ranch? Did you see the
The rat.
It got me thinking about it because I never knew about it until that Amico Forever episode when you played it and I started pissing myself laughing and I had to mute.
What about it?
I think I sort of dropped it there. Have you seen the Rick Astley cover?
No, he did a cover?
Yeah, I thought I was getting Rick rolled. You know when I put it on.
No way.
Do a quick search and put it on, like to close the show out, please.
Oh,
you think
man.
you think you're getting Rick rolled, right? But then it's the most amazing thing you've ever seen or heard, I should say. Because I went through like YouTube looking for cover versions of Ram Ranch.
Why?
I was bored.
Oh my god.
Rick Astley Ram Ranch. Is
Come
it
on.
actually him? Because I'm seeing
It isn't. It isn't.
It is. It isn't. It's like a splice. Someone spliced it up.
Yeah, it's fucking glorious, man.
No, my god.
All right.
15 naked cowboys.
The way it starts though, it's like do. You think, oh fucking hell.
Ram
Rick
Ranch, no homo, bro mix.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you think at this point, oh, I've been Rick rolled.
Oh no.
It's a dick roll. If you're still listening, thanks.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm so high this time.
Breeding rat.
It's the way it goes. Rap, rat.
Yeah, Chat GPT.
I'm surprised that we're still live.
Oh my God.
We got caught in the.
You won't get copyright struck for that. It's
Dude,
the
we
cover
got
of his-
copyright strike for the WWE shit. I'm sure the Rick.
No, that's because
Astley-
Vince was watching.
That should be the
With-
theme
with
for
his-
the next series of Westworld. This is how 56K internet bill look. Yeah. All right. That was an experience. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Oh my
Finbar.
God.
Watch it all later.
Watch
the whole thing.
As soon as this goes off the air, I'm going to put it back on.
Oh my God.
But again, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.